What it do, what it do, what it do. It's your boy Big Vibe Opinion back with another live video. Make sure you hit that like button. Make sure you hit that share button. And most importantly, make sure you sub to the channel. Turn on that post notification bell so that you be notified each and every time that your boy Big Vibe is going live, man. With that being said, let's get into this intro.
Yo, Lasso.
Welcome to Big Vibe Opinion. Moderator.
And I just really want people to know I appreciate anybody that's helping me. I appreciate anybody that's helping me. A lot of people have been there for me. I just don't want people going back and forth, being mad at each other because one person did this for me and another person did that for me. That's what the devil wants. He wants to cause confusion. That's what these people want. They want to cause confusion. And confusion ain't gonna do nothing but keep me in here. But the real thing here.
Can't believe council culture is really a thing. We throw away our legends, easily make them a meme. Cultural obligation, what does it really mean? We gotta stay on code, don't go against the team. You don't have to stand with me, just don't stand against. But if you gon' pick a side, don't straddle the fence. Mainstream media with propaganda, selective outrage, now we see the slander. False narratives being painted, the truth's tainted. As a result, the majority mind manipulated. Believe none of what you hear, half of what you see. Do your due diligence, think for yourself, stay free. So many different agendas, it's hard to keep count. They use us against us, so many selling out. It's a sad thing to witness, it's all for the clout. The culture's compromised, and that's without a doubt. The culture's supposed to cultivate.
Yo, what it do, man? Welcome back to your boy Big Vibe Opinion platform, man. This Sunday afternoon, evening, whichever you want to call it, coming off the 24-hour live, man. I hope you all enjoyed Friday evening until Saturday evening, man. It was a stretch, but this time around, I just thank God that we were able to do it in a format to where it was able to be saved for people who choose to want to go back and watch it and listen in. Like I said, shout out to Black CEO, Brother Malik, Nisimo, people that came through and joined the crew. You know, shout out to the usual to the crew that's always coming through. Shout out to y'all. And today's live is just today's live just a little bit it's just questions. It's just questions that I have, from just sitting back thinking about certain things and trying to put it into context. And and when you think about this whole R.Kelly case, man, you think about a lot of the stuff that has been talked about when it comes to R.Kelly as the man, the human, the person, the father, the musician. I think a lot of things get downplayed and overlooked. And I'm here today to try to just put the spotlight uh, on this brother in a positive way. I mean, as we've been doing. So With that being said, I'm gonna let people get on up in here. Make sure y'all hitting that like button as we get this thing on the road, man. Man, I had to bring this back. I had to bring this back because I really want people. I really want people. Oh yeah, he snapped on that sex. Most definitely, K baby. What's up, A Child, Injustice, Free R.Kelly? What's going on? Bree, what's going on? I really want people to look at this thing, man, and just look at this like, what does this mean? R. Kelly sues a woman. This is something that why I really want to understand why this version of R. Kelly or this particular incident of R. Kelly is something almost as if they have tried to bury it. It is almost as if they had tried to bury it. You know, and for me, just seeing this article, it speaks to it speaks to it makes me feel some type of way. And I know I spoke about this. What's going on, Toy? What's going on, Miss Lady T? I know I spoke about this the other evening on a 24-hour live, but if R. Kelly was this adamant about proving his innocence during this time, it sends a different type of signal to me, which makes me feel as though why all of a sudden this brother felt that he did. Why do it seem as if it was an exertive effort for him not to prove his innocence anymore? So understanding that now this is R. Kelly at this point in his life. The man was willing to prove his innocence when it comes to these accusers accusing him of certain accusations. Then all of a sudden you go countless of accusations, countless of lawsuits, and him not speaking up. That is a red flag in my eyes. That's a big red flag in my eyes. Because if he was willing to contest a paternity of a child and actually filed a suit against this woman as well, who to say that this brother wouldn't have contested Jerronda Pace lawsuit? What's the lady with the spit in her face? I can't remember her name. All these other lawsuits that was settled out against him. I just don't see. I don't see this brother just paying these settlements out without questioning the settlement itself. So in that particular aspect, it makes me feel a certain type of way. I said it the other night. Daryl McDavid, who is Daryl McDavid really? Who is Daryl McDavid really? Was Daryl McDavid just someone that R.Kelly found to be a manager, or was he put in place to be the manager? Because these are questions now. Daryl McDavid
Hey, K baby, how you doing,
claimed
K baby?
he was
Chat.
authorized to just pay these settlements off versus question the allegations. Everybody should be like, hold up. Now, when you see this article and you compare this article and these allegations against Mr. Kelly, and he sued this woman and was willing to contest the paternity, to McDavid paying off countless settlements to women who all went to Susan Logan to file a suit against him. So for me personally, I see some shady business going on. You know what I'm saying? Some people are intertwining together, because I feel as though if Mr. Kelly would have ever got served with these lawsuits that Susan Logan was, I can honestly feel like the brother would have contested it. And at that point, if he would have been able to contest these settlements at that point in time, we wouldn't even be right here today. This brother wouldn't be going through a lot of the things that he's going through today. That's just my honest opinion. If he was able to contest these lying accusers, such as Geronda, such as man, y'all help me out, because I'm having a black spot. All I know is the woman say he spit at her and her favorite tummy here figure sorry. What was her name? Somebody help me with her name. But she got the most in settlements. She got like a $650,000 settlement. She turned back around and got $100,000 settlement. So now I'm like, what? Oh man, you know, shit, man, I can't even remember the girl name, man. But okay, we got Heather Williams, the other lady, the heavyset woman, Lanita Carter. That's her name. There we go. Lanita Carter got $750,000 out of settlements against R.Kelly, claiming that she sued him, said that she was the woman he was talking about during the hair braider video. All this shit, and all of these settlements were paid out by Daryl McDavid. All of these settlements were paid out by Daryl McDavid, which makes me question Daryl McDavid's motives. Lanita, thank you, K baby. Lanita Carter, man. So I got a question. Now, if your client, if your artist is willing to contest someone who comes forward claiming that he fathered their child, and he files a lawsuit against this woman to contest the paternity and everything, why wasn't this same action able to be took for Geronda Pace, Lanita Carr, Heather Williams, and countless of other women who claim to have got settlements off of Mr. Kelly's name? From my understanding, that I think J-Rock was telling me that Daryl McDavid and Susan Logan were classmates.
Correct. That's what I heard. Yeah, he confirmed that. Yeah, correct.
So if that is the case, if Susan Logan and Daryl McDavid is were classmates,
What
and they
colleagues?
had
What colleagues?
some
Yeah,
type
they were
of colleagues, right? If they had some type of relationship, that's a red flag.
Yes, it is.
I said it the other night. I say, who's to say that Barry Hankerson didn't put Daryl McDavid in place for a reason? You know, it could have possibly been Robert had came aware of. It could have possibly been Robert had came aware of Barry Hankerson stealing. Barry Hankerson didn't want to get put out. He didn't want to get fired and let go without having a hand in the play still. So he brings Daryl McDavid around. Daryl McDavid makes it as if he's convincing Robert that Barry is stealing the whole time. This is what they want him to do. This is the strategic. This is a strategy. They just strategize on how to keep him in the loop. And I mean by keeping R.Kelly in the loop with Barry Hankerson by bringing in someone like Daryl McDavid. Daryl McDavid making it seem like him and Barry Hankerson is at each other, hate each other, he don't like him. He need to get rid of him. All this shit is a overplay for the underlay. R.Kelly get rid of Barry Hankerson. But you get rid of Barry Hankerson, then you hire Barry Hankerson right-hand man, Daryl McDavid.
So look at it like this, nephew. I mentioned this a while ago. You got three different type of people that we fall in the category of. Number one, you got individuals who are your confidants. Them, like Pac said, them your closest road dogs. They're gonna be down with you like 4 flat tires. However, they stand up to you though, and they're just not yes people that confront you with the truth. Then they'll still walk with you as long as you willing, make them necessary adjustments. And if you don't, and they see danger, they fall back, but they still got you. They still there. Them true friends, that's through you think it thin. Then you rare when you find those. If you get a couple of those in life, you'll bless somebody. Then you got your number two kind of individual. These are your constituents. These are individuals who just always on the better lick. They hypergamy nature just kicks in. No matter what you done did for them, not how much you done blessed them, no matter how you done helped them eat, you put, money in their pocket, you done gave them away, you done showed them the game, you done took care of them, you done blessed them, you done took care of them, blessing your own family. They see a better come up, they own it. Those are constituents. Then you got individuals who are your comrades. They fall in that category. These are individuals who are just arch enemies, but they'll team up with each other because you both have a common enemy that's greater than the beef y'all got. Then after you accomplish your mission, then you go back to being both enemies. You say, hey, now we accomplished our mission. Don't get it twisted. I still don't like you. You still don't like me. And we going about our business. Them the three that people fall in. Are you back?
Right.
So I think that's what I think that was Daryl McDavid and Barry Hankerson. Yeah, they was comrades with a common goal of a common enemy.
And their commerce was to extort money. Create this pipeline to continue to extort money from Mr. Kelly. And what other way to do it in keeping your hands clean, by doing it through women.
It's been done since the beginning of time.
Mm-hmm. And this is something that was laid out in court. That McDavid talked about this during the Chicago trial, but he didn't include himself. You see, he talked about why I asked this question. when McDavid testified on the stand and said that Barry had sent him a letter threatening that he would ruin R. Kelly's career. Okay, now ask yourself this: if Barry had good intentions and he had done everything right by R. Kelly when he was when R. Kelly was under him, why and how could he have made a statement like that? Unless he had to put things in place for the time like what took place to happen, that he could have leverage on R. Kelly to ruin his career. Because if I've done everything by the book and I've done everything right by you, I can't ruin your career just because you choose to leave me. But if I have done anything illegal while you were under me, you see what I'm saying? So Daryl, in order for Barry to make the threat to Daryl that he was going to destroy R. Kelly's career, he had to already been put the pieces into play before he got fired. You follow me on?
Yeah. Remember, he studied psychology.
Right. So whenever R. Kelly had decided to get rid of him, he had already put the game plan was just there. He just had to press the start button. So soon as he fired Barry, and he fires Barry, and soon as Barry is gone, Demetrius is gone, you get this. Boom. Demetrius Smith.
Yeah.
Demetrius Smith runs to Vibe magazine. He sells them this.
Mm-hmm.
So now that this is going on, I'm not sure which one took place first or second, but shortly after R. Kelly fires Demetrius, Demetrius sells this certificate to Vibe, which is Vibe publishes this certificate in their magazine, which is sponsored by Barry. Then you get Demetrius Smith comes out telling you that he impregnated he had sex with a young woman, and he told the young woman to go to Susan Logan and sue R. Kelly and say that he told R. Kelly that he sent the woman down there to go and sue him. Now you gotta be one brave motherfucker to sit in my face and tell me that you just sent the woman down there that you didn't have sex with to sue me. Can you make that make sense?
I don't think he had that. He who he is, and we spoke about that yesterday. But Kel's been who he is, man. He ain't that. He ain't that. I don't. Without being Kel's knocking him out. I don't.
I don't even think he sat in front of R. Kelly.
No. I don't.
I can't see him.
Yeah.
Sitting in front of R. Kelly saying, "Hey, Robert, well, I told Tiffany to go to Susan Logan to go sue you to get some money."
Right. He probably said it, but then he put himself in the scenario though. Say, like he trying to give him heads up, and all the time he's the one that was orchestrating it. You know what I mean? But he just include himself in the scenario. I can see that. You know what I mean? Because you still trying to stay in good while you still over here behind the back making these moves. You know what I'm saying?
Man, it's crazy.
Yeah, chapter 7, boy, he's something else.
Yeah. Man, I don't know what people got going on, man. People out there want to be entertained.
Like I said,
crack is a hell of a drug.
right? Hey, man, you know, hey, he always in survival mode.
Always. Let's see where I want to go with this thing. I'm trying to find. I think I have it right here. And we listen at this, man. We gonna listen at this thing again and hear this again. What Demetrius Smith, the type of stuff that he was saying about Robert on these interviews he was doing when he first came back to the scene, and was mad because R.Kelly wouldn't talk to him or whatever the situation may be. Let me get to it. I played a little bit of it the other night. I have it right here. And just listen to the stuff that this man say that he was doing. And you expect the R. Kelly to keep you around?
I met Robert back in 1985. He was about 16 years old at the time. I was a singer myself. I helped groom him.
I'm gonna tell y'all something too. Now, when we listening to this, right? When we listening to this, really listen to what this man is saying, and what we also listen to is what I have said. A lot of people, it seemed like everybody that was around R. Kelly or dealt with R. Kelly at some point, they was either a singer, they wanted to be a singer, they was a rapper, or wanted to be an inspiring rapper, or something. And it seems like because of their career did not get off the ground, they placed the blame on him. So let's go.
I met Robert back in 1985. He was about 16 years old at the time. I was a singer myself. I helped groom him. He was a young kid, 16, and he was very bashful, very shy, very super silly. At the same time, he was shy. I pretty much think I mean, this is just me. I'm not trying to take claim or anything, but I just think that he got his courage because he was a bashful, shy kid. People used to mess with him and, talk about him, and he didn't ever come out. He didn't come out. And then I spent a lot of time ways grooming him, pretty much.
Why would this man come out on an interview with a background, with the background that he have? Now, you see how somebody like him tried to perpetuate himself as if he was doing something good for R. Kelly. But if you go and you look at his track record, this man has never done nothing good in his life. But you gonna say that you groomed somebody. So if you're a thief, that means you groomed the thief. If you deal with young women, that means you groomed somebody else to deal with young women. You're not the type of ideal person to be saying you groomed anything.
And also, he's a narcissist to the core. Everything is always about him. So. Everything circles right back to him. When anybody talks like that,
and you couldn't
the way he's doing in the interview, that's a major red flag.
Right. And you couldn't have been, you couldn't have groomed. The man was rebellious against you. So if you groomed him, he's not going to go against you if he didn't know none of this shit until you. If you taught him everything he know, he's not going to go against you.
Yeah.
But then you say you groomed him. He's shy. He was very shy. You know, different thing. You talking about his character.
Right. His
Now
goodness in
he's
his
shy.
heart, he couldn't pollute that.
That's hot and cold. He's shy.
Right.
You aggressive. That shit don't even mix.
Right.
So that means you the one who's running out here. If you really want to think about it, if he's shy and you aggressive, so that means he's not even interested. He's not even approaching no women. You the one going out here approaching these females, saying, "Look, this is my nephew," or "This is my little brother," whatever you was using to say to these young girls you like. You was using him to lure these young women around.
That's very much plausible. Very much plausible. Yeah.
So that's something I can look at. He was using R.Kelly to stop young women into conversations. Hey, my nephew like you. R.Kelly. Well, then give us the number or give it a number. Well, he probably had the phone and he had, he taking their number as if he gonna give it to R.Kelly. The whole time when R.Kelly going on out the picture, he going back, he using these phone numbers of these young ladies calling and meeting up with, thinking they finna meet up with Robert, then it's him when they get there.
Right.
That could have been a scenario.
Right. I can see that, and he just used him as a. That's just it, man. Because like I said before, he was always in survival mode, always on a lick. Getting high stage, the repercussions of the long-term effect on that. You know what I mean? He ain't got no moral compass, man. He grimy. You know what I mean? People like that, man, they dangerous, man. They really dangerous. And if they think they lit, it's about to be up and they be eating off you real good, they get real treacherous and vicious. They real slick, nickels, like they used to say back in the day. They real greasy and nickel slick, man. And that's what I see with him. I done seen it growing up in the community, in the hood. That's exactly. He was a dangerous individual, and he felt some type of way to the point he wanted to get violent. Man, don't give me no money, man. He owed me some money, man. I can't eat. He got all this money, man. And, man, he gonna take one of his cars, man. Already, man. And I said, man, when that joker worked, I was like, man, it's Christmas. You know what I mean? See, that's grimy stuff. I didn't witness that. I done seen that with my own eyes. That's what he is. That's what he is. So Kel's like his innocence was violated, meaning the goodness in his heart. He's a good, decent person. He saw like sort of maybe like a square during those early formative years. And you run into somebody like that, and you thinking this person got, and that's unfortunate, man. You know what I mean? Probably had no uncles. You know what I mean? Maybe the older brother what they're doing those certain key periods all the time. Couldn't be every place at the same time. Your dad not there. It's and the shot down too. It's and you just get susceptible, man. And you run into somebody like that. Oh my God. Then when you finally wake up and see what's really going on, you got to start cutting folks loose. Man, shoot. They ain't just finna walk away like that. Nigga, I've been eating off you. You know what I mean? I earned this. I earned this. You owe me this. Because they to their core, they have no moral compass. So they ain't got no principle, no nothing. So it's just straight gutter. It's straight just violent. It's just whatever it takes. If I had to take your life, I'm taking your life. That's where they at. They possess, man. They under a deception. It's a dangerous person like that to have in your camp like that. And that's why I always reference that song about Plies. The core of a person's heart and their soul, which is their character. If that ain't right, in submission unto God, man, ain't no telling what that person capable of, man. You got them around you like that. And when you notice you might missed it, it might have got past you, you got it immediately, man. But you got to be real strategic about it. Because like I said, don't people dare to try to destroy everything you got. You know what I mean? So it's just, man, hey, it's life, bro. It's life, nephew. It's just life. Yep, Mr. Chapter 7. And hey, one last thing, nephew, I didn't mention yesterday when I was saying them, you running down them names with Chapter 7, based on what I just laid out and the experience that you got moving around out here in the streets, the degrees you wind up developing, you obtaining. Government do some stuff, but he outsmarted them because see that it's as much as they try to do and look and sneak and learn and thinking they on top, not a career criminal. Y'all still, even though y'all take the law, you been and all that, you still, you not. He ain't governed by nothing. People like that don't got no boundaries. So you can't even tap into that person's psyche. That's why he can say after he got that doggone immunity, man, shoot, you put him to, he was sitting on that, I bet he was sitting on the stand arrogant, legs crossed, like, I ain't say that, the government said that. But didn't you say this to the grand judge? I don't remember that. Well, show me that what I said. Well, I don't, and he, man, I know they was like, dude, you just I think I can bet in the back his man. I'm smart as y'all. Who y'all thought I was, man? You better tell them about my resume in the hood. Chapter 7. That's what I see, nephew. That's what I see.
And it's so sad that, you know, they will literally sit here and give a criminal like this dude a pass. And he will sit there and laugh in their face like, y'all just let me get away, pretty much.
Right. Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right. Yeah.
You know.
Yeah, real talk.
Let's see what else this fool got to say, man. So he want to say he groomed R.Kelly was shy and all this shit, but he feel like he groomed R.Kelly. Okay, let's go.
Best with him and, you know, talk about him, and he didn't ever come out. He didn't come out. And then I spent a lot of time with him, taking him into the subways, grooming him pretty much. My children's mother is young, you see. She was.
When you say that she was young, what do you mean? Like,
it's a significant age gap. It was a significant age gap. You know, I was 25 to something, and my kid's mother's 17. I was 25 to something, and my.
Now I want y'all to pay attention.
Now he can't talk.
I want y'all to pay attention to something, right?
Boy, this character, boy.
He said there's a significant age gap. I was 25, she was 17.
He said 25 something. He said 25 something. What the what?
So when you hear that,
he probably was in his 30s, man.
The age that they claimed that R. Kelly was dealing with Aaliyah, it's that same age range.
Yeah.
It's the same age range. For me, when I listen at this shit and I look at it, I'm studying hearing. It seems like everything is a pattern of shit that people done said, and they just took themselves out and they put R. Kelly in the place of.
Exactly.
You see what I'm saying? So he's saying that his kid's mom was a significant age range. Well, he lied about the age range, and when I press play, y'all gonna hear what the age range really was. He was 20, 25 or something, but the girl wasn't 17. The girl was actually 15 or 16.
Right.
My kid's mother's 17. And
So she was 17 when you guys started dating?
Yes.
When she had the baby?
Hold on. He said he's lying again. The pedophile was in his late 30s, early 40s, when he was messing with 16, 17-year-old teens.
That's what I say. He had to be at least 30 or something. Yeah. He got to have at least 15, 20 years on Kels. Yeah. That's why I was calculating the nephew. Nephew, let me speak. My apologies to the chat. Everybody in the chat, please charge it to my head and not to my heart. I'm at work, and me and nephew was talking before we started the live. So greetings to everybody in the chat, HR, everybody, Lady T, everybody, especially my girl, K baby. How you doing, sweetheart? It's always an honor and a pleasure to always see you moving around like you do. Blessings to everybody in your family. Happy holidays to everyone. You're back to your nephew.
All right.
He went back. He married. He had a baby with it.
Well, I heard that Demetrius Smith had 2 babies with 2 young women.
And he was, I think, 39 or 40. 39 or 40.
39 or 40.
So the woman y'all here talking is Demetrius' sister.
Right.
His sister is telling us what the fuck he really had going on with himself. So the sister said he was 39 or 40, and she gonna tell you how old the girl was that he had the baby by.
So they just used everything that he was doing, and they just replaced it with kids.
And the 2 moms were about 16.
Woo.
Yeah, so
Demetrius Smith himself has committed the crime of being a pedophile.
Absolutely.
Okay.
Smith admits to his own demons, drug use, and doing time after being fired by Kelly for theft.
I took money from Robert in the beginning when we were down in New York. That's the only time I took any money. It was just $200. And I took that.
A thief don't just start stealing, and a thief don't.
And he don't stop.
A thief don't stop stealing.
Nope. When he got unlimited access around it and right near it, man, please, they done hit the jackpot. I'm finna drain this well. I'm finna drain this well dry.
This fool crazy, man. A thief don't just start stealing, and
them drugs, man.
Don't just stop stealing. Especially
them drugs.
If he didn't get caught.
Man, them drugs, man. Chapter 7. Them drugs, man. The effect of them drugs, boy. Yes, take everything that ain't nailed down, and then they'll still try to screw that joke up out the ground to get that joke. On the real.
Because my family was hungry, and I was in New York with him, and he had a whole pocket full of money, and all they gave him for deals and everything. He didn't give me nothing. I got to get some money, and I'm in New York, man. You can't give it to me. Somebody's finna get a headache. Because I was ready to go outside and take some money from somebody. But instead, I took it out of his wallet because he had a whole bunch anyway. And then I felt like he was wrong to me, and then I told him. And I didn't steal money from him.
You see how this type of person does shit and then say does it and try to justify what he did. I took
try to deflect
out of his wallet. He had a whole lot anyway. Motherfucker, you stealing.
Trying to deflect. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
You still took something that you didn't have permission to take, Lisa Van Allen.
Right. I sure was thinking about her on that watch. I promise you I was. And see, and you see how you talking, nephew? People like that. It's a common thread with everyone like that. It's always circle back to them. He putting it out there as though this dude wasn't doing right with me. I'm the one who found him. I'm the one who groomed him. I done mentored him. I done introduced him to different venues and avenues. And all of a sudden, now he out like he can't pay. See, Anytime somebody talking like, dude, you know something ain't right with that. I done been through that scenario, man. He is
The
a
fact that he
lifetime
said
career criminal.
he sound like Cheryl Mack too.
Yeah,
He
oh
talking about
man,
he didn't get no per diem and Robert got per diem. If Robert is your artist, how the hell is you not getting per diem when you the one supposed to be paying him?
I wouldn't be surprised if them jokers got down to each other and had a baby. Cheryl Mack in chapter 7. And I'm not taking that back.
They might well name that baby prison. But that's where they going.
On the real. On the real.
That baby going straight to prison.
Yep. What him, Cheryl Mack, Daryl McDavid, Barry Hankinson,
Sparkle.
I guess you can put yes, but immediately in his camp, I'm talking about, and his immediate circle team.
See what happened when he got
right there.
Sparkle, when he
She's
got
kind of
rid
like on the
Sparkle
outside.
When he got rid of her, she ran to Barry.
Right. But she wasn't working for him though. You know what I mean? She wasn't on his staff.
She started working with Barry as soon as
Yeah.
R.Kelly dropped her from.
Right.
She got mad about the she wanted to bring the other producers in to work on her album. So
and you already know how he get out.
So everybody now you look at everybody who getting put to the side.
Yeah.
Barry mad because R. Kelly dropped him. Demetrius mad because R. Kelly fired him. Sparkle mad because R. Kelly wouldn't sign her.
Right.
Everybody got motives.
Right. But they only they taking a little piece that they are presenting it, and they flipping it and twisting it and interwoven it in so much you can't tell what it is that they even presented, but you know it's all bull crap. You're all bull crap. So everything you telling me, I gotta just void everything out you saying. Because you're a criminal.
You're a criminal.
You was in your way.
You had ulterior motives for even speaking. If shit would have went your way, you would have never said that.
She was trying to get, hey, I'm gonna keep it clean, nephew. For what I say about her, man, you was trying to lead with your box.
Yep.
You was trying to lead with your box. And when you found out this person had something else going on, or whatever, the time frame you found that out, you feel some type of way because you thought your box was gold. You know what I mean? So in the dough already, you got issues, but yet you an artist trying to get in this industry, you're not going to last long with that. You're going to be used up and thrown to the side. You know what I mean? Because you ain't got no moral compass. You ain't got no self-respect. You ain't got no standards and no integrity about yourself to keep a straight business. You know what I mean? If I'm doing to go over here, hey, I'm gonna bring my husband over here like that. You know what I mean? I'm never gonna be in the place where it's just me and another man by themselves. I don't want anything to even appearance of it, even looking like it, even if nothing go down. I want to make sure I'm always keeping myself. You always establish that in the door. And if that producer, that network, that fashion designer, whoever it is, if they ain't on the point with your standards and you laid it down and you standing on that, even if it costs you the deal, you gotta humbly, gracefully bow out. But that ain't what happened. You know what I mean? So that's what I see, nephew. What you think?
Oh yeah, you on the money. You on the money.
And I see, nephew, it's not easy, man. You trying to be an artist. Let's say we're talking about this particular subject of music artists. The behind the scenes to keep everything together, and you can't do it. You just a human being. You flesh and blood. You can't handle everything by yourself. You need help. You just can't.
Okay.
You can't be. You just can't. There's no way humanly possible you can do that. You'll be in a wheelchair and have a nervous break. You just can't. It's humanly impossible. And not be. You got to really get the right man. Yeah, It ain't what people think it is, man. People looking at the bad, they looking at the money, the finer things in life, and they allow the record labels to dangle that stuff in front of they face because they come from poverty. And I'm just trying to get my mom out there. I'm just trying to take, and all this all sound nice and pretty and beautiful. But the real thing is, you ain't got nobody walking in there with you, sitting down like Master P and his people, and looking at them doggone contracts, saying, "Ah, man, you got to be out of your right mind." You know what I mean? So in the door, you got to know your value and your worth. He said, "Man, how you gonna turn down a meal? P, how you gonna turn down a meal? Man, listen, that dude tell you offer me a meal. So if he offered me a meal in the door, that man don't know me from nobody. Do you know how much I must be worth then?" See, his mindset was on point, bro. His mindset was on point. And that deal, whatever happened, and they was trying to play with him, they thought because he was in the street, he was going to bring some goons in there. That man had some people with some with some suits on, nephew. He had some lawyers, we had those people, and he got that paper, he got a deal, he got that money right. You see what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
But how many people you like that you see? They like, but then Uncle me, man, and man, you talking about that paper, man, to sit down with Master P, man, it's 100,000 just to sit down here. Okay, and then this must not be for you then. This must not be for you then. Because you looking at that, but I'm looking at the investment and long term, and I ain't gotta be a slave to this doggone label. Man, that $100,000 ain't nothing. You follow me, nephew?
And pretty much, I mean, sometimes it could be people seeing, are you willing to invest in yourself?
I yield back, nephew. That's it. That's it. Bingo. Ding, 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 ding. I yield back. That's it.
All right, Demetrius, what else you got to talk about, Johnny?
Chapter 7.
I'm not a thief. I'll take some shit from you, but I ain't a thief. Now, after I left him, I still had the credit card with American Express, and here it is. After that, I left him. We're done. I am broke. I went to the gas station one day. I'm trying the car, and it worked. It was Christmas to him. That's just the bottom line.
Smith admits to his own demons, drug use, and doing time after being fired by Kelly for theft.
Plus, I was angry. I felt like, man, this dude, man, just used me.
Say, I back then said, hey, Tiffany, this is what you need to do. Robert, this is what I did. I told her to do this.
So, now this is what you got on the screen right now. This is a resort. What you see on the screen is a resort of Demetrius Smith telling Tiffany Hawkins after he had sex with this girl, young girl at 15 years old, got her pregnant. He told this young lady to get some money in order for her to get some money to help take care of her child, that he was going to send her to Susan Logan and have her sue R.Kelly. Now, he claimed he told R.Kelly this. Now, do this shit really make sense?
I don't believe he did. Cause let's go with that for a moment. Just walk with me, nephew, real fast. Okay, let's say you told her to go to Susan Logan. Okay, and so this man is triple time your age. So this is predatory behavior. Okay, so why no police is involved then? Why are you going to a lawyer to sue and get money? Huh? You know what I mean? Kels would have heard about that, man. Police would have been involved so fast, boy. Just like he did. Maternity. I ain't defied. So right away, you know what I mean?
Right.
I'd have been,
You
man.
ain't even finna ask for no paternity test if you'd have slept with. If you'd have
Come
slept
on,
with this
man.
girl, you ain't even finna ask for no paternity test because it could be a possibility.
Come on, man. Come. That's just all we gotta use is the sense. Like Kel said, use your common sense. It's in your forehead for a reason. It ain't just up there taking space.
That's the common sense approach is that, damn, I did sleep with her one time a couple weeks ago. Shit, a couple months back, I did sleep with her. I don't know how far along she is. Shit, I'm not finna go ask for no DNA test if I know I done slept with this girl. But if I know I haven't never slept with this person ever in my life, I'ma confidently ask for a DNA test with no remorse.
And then too, you still if you did, and that's on you, you still want to make sure because then if you not eliminates you, now you got to go to your next lick. And then you the individual, you better straighten up and tighten it up and be right. If not, you might not be so fortunate next time. You know what I'm saying?
Right, but if a criminal, you get what I'm saying? If you know you had a significant age gap on this young lady, and you know you done slept with her, you not finna go and say, you 20 something, you in your 20s and she 15. You not finna just go to the courts and ask for a paternity test. Your ass going to jail.
Right. I got you. Yeah. Real talk.
When we do a paternity test, shit, that kid gonna be goddamn 25, 30 years old.
Right.
You're
gonna wait till the statute of limitation is over with, huh?
Yeah, right now I can't do it because shit.
I'm right with you. I feel you.
You know what I'm saying? But for him to want to contest it, that means he's confident that this goddamn child ain't his.
Yes. So what you touched on it, but I made a mistake. What was the shift now after that scenario with the next individuals
the chick didn't
coming
even show up.
No, I'm talking about with the other individuals after that he should have had got on top of and sued to knock that out the park.
Now the chick didn't show
mean?
back up for the DNA. She didn't even show up for the DNA testing or none.
No, I'm talking about after Tiffany Hawkins. Now, next individual that's on the scene, JP, whatever, you know what I mean? Well, he could have contest that or challenge that, whatever.
But see, after that, once they seen that he was contesting, he would contest these allegations. When Daryl came in, none of these allegations ever made it to R.Kelly. Okay. Now, stay right there. Pin that right there. Do you think maybe, allegedly, the ball was dropped? Maybe in his court, he dropped the ball, meaning that after that scenario, man, I'm sweeping, cleaning, turning over everything. I'm dotting every I, crossing every T. Man, you talking about being careful, man, please. Right. And
you follow what I'm saying? Ain't nothing getting past me. I'm gonna have my head in everything. But here's the thing, though, nephew. Here's the challenge, though. Having that particular challenge that he has, who could you have had with you that you knew who was true blue, that stood on principles, that was walking in integrity? You know what I mean? But you follow where I'm going? I get back to you. You got where I'm going.
I don't even think at that point when they realized they had to eliminate R.Kelly from the business part of it that they were doing, I don't even think it's like, because Barry is the manager, that means all the mail and everything is going to Barry. So not Barry, all the mail and everything is going to McDavid. McDavid not even saying nothing about this shit. He's getting it and sending it right back. Even if they were sending it over if they were sending it over, who's to say that he possibly wouldn't be going to Susan Logan's office settling these these cases? Then R.Kelly most definitely wouldn't have known.
Nephew, walk with me. Me and you in the car. It's my car. It's registered to my license plate, registered to my name, my address, everything, my insurance, everything, tags, everything legit, but everything is registered. Everything is in my name. I'm in the driver's seat. All right. You in the passenger seat. We got some stuff. Like, hey, you went and got something for it. You know what I'm saying? I ain't even, you know what I mean? You got some stuff for yourself. I didn't even know you had nothing on you. I didn't know you had no work on you. When they pull up, man, listen. Hey, man, I don't know who that is. It could be under your seat that you sitting on. You done stuffed it up under your seat thinking they might not even, you know what I mean? Stash and maybe try to get up on rip up under the carpet. Hey, I don't know who it is. Who got that, man? This is his car. I ain't never seen that before in my life. Who going to jail?
Shit, if not both of us, the driver most definitely.
So my point, like I said yesterday when I was pointing out the analogy with Kel, is I'm the brand. At the end of the day, it's on me.
Mm-hmm.
Yellow Busy made that song. It's on me, baby. You know what I mean? That's the thing. I'm trying to understand what was the thinking during that time. And I shift gears and gear to you. MC Hammer years ago had the interview and pretty much was talking about that same type of principle. The work ethic, the trap, doing all the stuff, looking out for everybody. Man, when they went and got a hotel, they knew Hammer was coming. They knew that was you talking about everybody getting overtime. Man, it was a blessing for them to come stay at that hotel. But he wasn't watching the money, dude. He wasn't watching the money like that.
Mm-hmm.
People
and that's
had no
R.Kelly thing was he wasn't watching the money, and we talked about that a long time ago. I don't think he ever embraced the money because they was giving him stipends he was getting cash. And when they talk about him walking around with a bag always, and they talk about it was a book bag full of tape, no, that was a fucking book bag full of money.
Right.
You know, the man they talk about times this man that ran out of gas in cars, like high-end cars, he done ran out of gas because he didn't have no cash on him. He didn't even have a credit card on him.
Right.
You know, and the shit's just so crazy that how, you know, I can't wait to hear his story from his mouth when he talk about a lot of the things that were going on during the time that they was settling these cases around him and different things of that nature. Because like I remember telling people a while back, I say, man, you know what? If you go, if it would have been a criminal case, right? If either one of these women would have went to the police station, and this would have been the only thing that would have exposed what was going on as far as the lawsuit scheme, is if one of these females would have went to the police, and the police would have had to physically come out and serve R. Kelly, or pay him a visit, and let him know that, hey, a young lady came down, said that she was sexually assaulted by you and impregnated. We need you to come down, or we finna put charges on you, whatever the situation may be. But they eliminated that process by sending the female straight to the lawyer.
The lawyer, right.
So if you send the female straight to the lawyer, R. Kelly, the likelihood of R. Kelly knowing about these females would be slim to, it would take something drastic to happen for him to learn about all of these payoffs that they are paying, especially with him coming out saying during the Gayle King interview that he hadn't been to the bank but for the first time in 30 years. Like how? I mean, we understand shit. I watch my card every time it gets swiped. But for someone to say they had never been to the bank before, like that right there was, you could kind of see the comfortability of people around him because everything that he desired, they gave it. You know what I'm saying? If he wanted a fucking helicopter, they put the helicopter in the front yard. If he wanted a yacht, they got the yacht. If he wanted a goddamn mansion, they got the mansion. Everything he asked for, they gave it to him, so that made him more comfortable with not even going to look into the financial part of it. I probably would have passed the fuck out going in the bank after 30 years and they telling me I only got $300,000. They gonna have to fan me with a fucking brick. Hold on.
on the real, and that's no cap. I can't see the panel. Who we got on the panel?
What's going on, everybody, man? It's your boy Jeff in the building, aka Crux. Shout out to Big Vibe, Muse, everybody in the chat. Peace and blessings. Coming off the 24-hour lockdown. Shout out to everybody that participated, that viewed it, that shared it, that liked it, commented. Hey, that was another epic live. So, I just wanted to chime in and add to the conversation. I just started listening maybe 10 minutes ago, so I'm trying to catch up. So just catch me up to speed, my brothers.
Oh yeah, we going through the we going over this Demetrius Smith interview and listening to just really breaking down what Demetrius Smith is saying in regards to him grooming R.Kelly, him being the one having a baby by a young girl. There was a significant age gap, meaning he was in his late 30s, early 40s when the girl was 15 years old. But he said that he was 25 and the girl was 17, which I stated, I pointed out, I say, well, now when he say 25 and 17, ain't that around the same age range they try to use for R. Kelly and Aaliyah when they met? R. Kelly was about 25, 26. She was about 15, 16. It's that age range that this fool, Demetrius Smith, he say he mentioned that R. Kelly was very shy. And I told is it possible with R. Kelly being shy the way that Demetrius Smith described him is that he was very shy and he was very shy to himself? Who's to say that Demetrius Smith wasn't that big homie / OG uncle that see a young girl walking past and say, hey, my nephew like you. What you think about my nephew? Let me get your number. I'm going to give it to him. Or, making it like he trying to hook R. Kelly up with these young girls. But in all reality, he's taking these young girls' number and calling them up and meeting up with them his damn self.
Oh, yeah. Hey, just to add to what you were saying, let's look at it from a legal standpoint. When we talk about like what you got on the screen here with Tiffany Hawkins.
Excuse me, brother Jeff. I'm at work now, and we've been checking it out. But now some stuff occurred, so I got to step away just for a moment. Blessings to you. I heard your introduction when you came in, man. That was epic, man. But I'll be back shortly.
Oh, okay, love, bro. Then let's look at it from a legal standpoint with that allegation back in the 90s, and understand that when those allegations surfaced, they were investigated. You know what I'm saying? Saying that he was going back to the school, and it was unfounded that he was going to the school even with underage girls doing anything nefarious. Now that, and you couple that with someone being 15 years old in high school at the time that was supposed to have a baby by this man, and they go through a whole legal process. Now, prior to that, when you talk about someone, a minor, going to get legal documentation at 15 or 16 years old, you cannot, as a minor, sign off on a legal document for a settlement a legal, document saying that you're gonna settle a criminal case as a minor without a parental signature or guardianship. Right. So if this happened to this young lady at 15 or 16 and she didn't seek any retribution until after she turned 18, raises red flags. So
right.
Yeah,
so
I
you're
give
safe
back.
to say that, but she waited. So she had this kid at 15. So it say in the article that the child was 3 years old. So she waited till she was 18 to try to come at R.Kelly.
Exactly. That's the only way that she can sign a legal documentation without her mother or father or legal guardian being a part of that. And we all know that the parents' signature or guardianship was not on that document. It was her signing that documentation. And we know that Kel said that he fought that. You know what I'm saying? Right. Like, hey, you know for a fact that now what man says, you know what I'm saying, emphatically that you know that I'm not the father of your child unless they know for a fact they did not have unprotected sex with the woman at least around the time frame that they're claiming.
Well, that's what I was telling I say for him to even contest this paternity says that he know for a fact he had never dealt with this woman, because as a man, and you know it's a possibility, you not finna fucking contest this shit. Because you finna admit guilt. You contesting it is admitting guilt. Like, if it's a possibility, you gonna take a chance that this fucking DNA test coming back being yours and your ass going to jail.
Right.
You see what I'm saying?
Let's keep it 100%. As men, we know where we been. You know what I'm saying? Right. And where we ain't been. So if I know if I know that I can make the situation worse by denying it, I'm just gonna fall back and let the chips fall where they lay. You know what I'm saying? Let's go ahead, take the test. It is what it is. I'm not gonna sit up here and sue you, counter sue you, if it's an inkling of a chance that it may be my child. So Gales knew that wasn't a possibility. So I would even argue the fact that if he had any type of sexual contact with that young lady, right. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, no, I'm not finna go sue none of that shit. Then shit come back and bite me in the ass, and now I'm going to jail. My name is out there. I gotta register. So much shit can take place out there, but that's playing Russian roulette.
And we just looking at it from a common sense approach. And then when we couple that with legal documentation of a minor, it's like, come on, man, y'all need to knock it off. And then we look at disgruntled employees that are conjuring up, because they try to find anybody that it's like we said before. It's like a class action lawsuit. Yep. If I could find, as many people that can sign this consent to say that, okay, if we win this lawsuit, we all stand a chance to gain monetarily, then yeah, you're gonna find over a 30-year career a handful of people that don't like this man. That's
of course.
Any Fortune 500 company or any small business, for that matter, they can find.
Yeah. You see what they do, don't it, JT? With the big corporations, right? If an employee sue, just say it's a mega Walmart in Chicago, right? And there's an employee there say, well, I'm suing y'all. I got a class action lawsuit against this particular Walmart, because we supposed to have paid lunch breaks, but I found out that they was not paying us for these lunch breaks over, during my tenure of working there. Guess what? When the lawyers put together this lawsuit against Walmart, guess what? They're gonna mail out a copy of that lawsuit, a class action lawsuit, to everybody who's been employed at that Walmart.
Yeah.
And they're gonna have a chance to say, well, you can sign. Look, they're gonna say this is a class action lawsuit against Walmart for the reason of you all were supposed to be paid lunch breaks. They wasn't paying you for your lunch break. So they want to reach a settlement of whatever. Guess what? You just sign your name. That's it. You just sign your name and send. Or sometimes say you ain't got to do nothing. You know. But if you don't want to be a part of it, you sign your name, send it back. They take you out. But when the settlement come through, they send you your check. So if they took an hour from your check every day and you worked there for 5 years, you got a nice check coming.
Right. Yeah, 5 years. Yeah, because you're talking about a break for every day for 10 years.
That's a nice check coming. And you
Yes,
ain't did nothing. You ain't had to do nothing. Somebody else brought it to the attention of a lawyer. They filed a class action lawsuit, and boom. And this is what it was with R.Kelly. So people coming at this man, he don't know nothing that's going on. You know what I'm saying? They just, and it seemed like everybody who got fired around that time, do y'all see how all of them formed a group, a coalition? Everybody that got fired formed a coalition around each other. From Barry to Demetrius to Sparkles to Ruby
the ex-wife.
The ex-wife. Everybody, Bubba, everybody was together. Everybody was like they were leaving R. Kelly going to Barry.
Oh yeah, you know. And then when you got somebody as calculated as a Barry Hankerson that's teaming up with career criminals like Demetrius Smith, that's scary. That's some powerful enemies to have for over 3 or 4 decades. You know what I'm saying?
And not only Demetrius, but you got one of the most profound people of white collar crimes like Daryl McDavid.
Yeah.
You see what
I'm
saying?
You got Daryl McDavid. You got what's that? The other
Linda,
lady.
Susan Logan.
Yeah, Susan Logan.
This is what these are the type of crimes that those type of people commit.
Mm-hmm. You got
they been
paperwork
hit you for 5-10 million. They go sit down and do their jail time. Come home, they still rich.
Mm-hmm. Them some paperwork gangsters. Like they pushing that pen. You know what I'm saying? That you got enemies on every level. You know what I'm saying? So they can attack you from multiple different fronts. You know what I'm saying? You got it on the industrial level, and you got it on the street level. You got it on the entertainment level. You got all these different weapons forming against you. But God, though, when God be for you, nobody who be against you. You know what I'm saying? So in the end, hell's gonna be victorious. You know what I'm saying? Because God is overseer of all. But see, that's the part that they forgot when they was conjuring up all this so extracurricular stuff. You know what I'm saying? When God before you, who can be against you? You know what I'm saying? So with that being said, these people that sat up there back then that made up these false narratives, started this propaganda 30 years ago, that's starting to see that it's crumbling. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And now, where they at? They quiet now. You know what I'm saying? Cases are getting dropped on the state level. Appeals are coming in on the federal level. You know, and that man has sat there and took it on the chin and didn't flip on anybody. He ain't said a word.
Say that last part again, JT. Ooh, man. The character you got to have, JT. Ooh, man. How you got to be solid.
Hey, I know you heard it before,
Ooh.
What did Dr. King say he say about judging a man?
All by the content of his character, not by the color of his skin.
What happened? When we look at R.Kelly and we judging him based off his content of his character, then what?
He's able to weather the storm. And many people not able to do that. Not able to do that. They'll compromise. They'll sell out. They'll throw others under the bus to try to make a light of their situation. You know what I mean? They'll just turn on you, man, or they'll just buckle. It ain't too many people, man, that can. Ain't too many people, man, that can. Yeah. And that's probably why certain people he probably backed up. That's why certain people he might have backed up with, because you're not ready for this. You don't realize what it takes to get into this.
Yeah, I think you made an excellent point right there. I think he was protecting a lot of his people from what he knew they weren't prepared for. You know, because when you get into this game, you know, it's so much, you know, just on the surface level. You ain't even beyond to scratch the surface on what goes on, and you know the amount, the capacity of corruption that you face with in adversity just to survive. You know what I'm saying? So he knew a lot of his people weren't prepared for that battle, and I think he tried to protect them. But you can't save everybody, and that's one thing that I think that he had. You know, he had to go through this process and to understand that. Like, you know, you can't help nobody if you can't help yourself, first of all. And helping yourself is staying out of certain circles, certain circumstances, and keeping your circle clean, keeping your circle pure. You know what I'm saying? And we all struggle with that because we got loved ones. They, you know, they might not be the best for us, but we still want them with us. And sometimes everybody can't go. You know what I'm saying? Everybody can't go. We can try to come back and reach for them if they ain't ready. We got to leave again and see. But sometimes you just got to leave certain people where they at because they don't have the capacity to understand or to learn. You know, that's not what we about. You know what I'm saying? If you want to grow, if you want to elevate, you got to understand. Everybody can go and can grow with you. You know what I'm saying? And that's a life lesson for everybody.
All right, we're gonna ease on through this. We got about 5 more minutes of Johnny being Johnny, and I'm glad that y'all on here so we can all interject in the bullshit that this man's saying.
I back then said, hey, Tiffany, this is what you need to do. Robert, this is what I did. I told her to do this.
You know, already having a baby.
Tell me about with a young woman named Anna, and she is deaf.
That's not her name. I forgot her name. But yeah,
but she's deaf, and he put his hands on her. So
he had to do some time for her.
So he did time.
So Demetrius Smith put his hands on a deaf woman. He abused a deaf woman, and she couldn't even cry out, and he ended up doing jail time for that.
And these are people that testified against who?
R.Kelly.
These are people that you know, get immunity in the case that allegedly involves children, this the people that the government, got that information from to bring forth several indictments. These questionable individuals with these type of backgrounds and these type of you're getting your narratives from known criminals. Is this a joke?
How do you jump on a deaf woman, bro? You know how fucking sick you got to be as an individual to sit here and abuse someone who's deaf? And if he was dealing with this woman, putting his hands on her wasn't the only thing he was doing to this deaf woman. I'm sure. This dude is fucking sick, bro.
Yeah, that. Even with that being said, as disgusting as it is, to just know that this is the testimony that a lot of people are resting their hats on, as far as the marriage with Aaliyah, the alleged marriage certificate and alleged marriage to Aaliyah. This is who they're resting their hats on. His testimony.
His testimony.
Someone that would beat on a deaf woman.
Hog-tied. Hog-tied. Now
we see where that narrative come from.
Exactly. What's up, G Joy? You see where these narratives come from. This is shit that Demetrius Smith has been charged for doing. But they accuse Robert of it. This is one of those situations, I guess, when you say, well, people like to say, oh, you guilty by association. Like you don't have no mind of your own. Just because I hang around Tim and Bam Bam and they smoke weed and pop pills, just because I'm with them every day don't mean that I smoke weed and pop pills. That's their preference. That don't make them not be my friends.
Mm-hmm.
So Demetrius Smith had his preference of doing shit, but we know that R.Kelly spent a great deal of time around this man, so it makes it seem as if now they want us to say, well, then if Demetrius was doing this stuff and R.Kelly was around, he was okay with it. No, he was minding his fucking business, possibly. That ain't got nothing to do with me. But this fucking Demetrius Smith, bro, this dude was the worst. At first I used to say it was Barry. It wasn't Barry. Barry had his shit too. But it was because of Demetrius Smith that Barry was comfortable doing the shit to R.Kelly that he did. That he was doing. Because if Demetrius Smith would have been a real OG to R.Kelly, he would have held Barry accountable when dealing with R.Kelly.
Yeah.
But it was the fact that Barry saw Demetrius fucking over R.Kelly what made Barry feel comfortable with what? Fucking over R.Kelly. This shit is real life shit. If I'm with Lil Mac and I come pull up on Jeff and I'm high-siding on Lil Mac, guess what? Eventually Jeff gonna get in on high-siding on Lil Mac, because guess what? I'm Lil Mac's best friend and I'm high-siding on him. I done made Jeff feel comfortable enough. Sooner or later, if he laughing enough, he gonna crack a joke on Lil Mac. But sometimes you get that one friend that be like, Big Vi, that ain't cool, man. Why you doing your homie like that? Don't do your homie like that around me, man. You know, don't bring the homie around and embarrass him like that in front of us, bro. That ain't cool. That's a stand-up. That's an honorable man. That's a stand-up guy that's not going to allow you to sit here and clown your homie in front of people and make them feel bad and you brung them here with you.
Mm-hmm. That's respect. That's integrity. A lot of people that would sit there and join the bandwagon, so to speak. They'll jump on that bandwagon and just clown it. Man, look, I don't like that. You know what I'm saying? Where I'm from, how I grew up, we bully the bullies. You know what I'm saying?
Facts.
Like, if we see a bully picking on somebody that's weaker than them, we address the bully and we'll pick on that bully. You know what I'm saying? Like, who? You know what I'm saying? We don't get around like that. Like, we don't pick on the weak over here. We don't do that. You know what I'm saying? Get your goofy ass on some motherfucking well. That's just been embedded in me. Like, but you got a lot of bandwagon motherfuckers that'll jump on that situation and sit up there and knowing it's wrong. You know what I'm saying? To jeopardize their own integrity just to fit in with some goofy ass shit. You know what I'm saying? Right. You don't get no points for that. You don't get no points for that. Because it's you know, but see, when you got somebody that's supposed to be in a big bro position, like Demetrius was supposed to be on, and he felt like, oh, I didn't get what I was supposed to get out of the situation, so I'm gonna flip on this man and I'm gonna help with the frame up, and he straddling the fence with that. You know what I'm saying? Right. It eats at him. It eats at him. Because you seen him come out here on platform and say free R.Kelly 1 minute, and then the next minute he is, you know, a double-minded man that's unstable in all his ways.
Right. Facts. That's a fact. What up, JoJo? The Ryan on the rooftop in this thing this evening, man.
Oh, what up, JoJo?
And we got Lil Mac in here. We got Deem in here as well. If you brothers want to interject as far as what we've been saying so far, feel free to do so before we move forward with old Demetrius Smith, man, the scum of the fucking earth, the worst thing to ever walk the grounds of Chicago, man. The worst thing that ever happened to R.Kelly was Demetrius Smith. I'm sure Kels have nightmares about meeting this motherfucker, man.
Oh man, crazy. What up? What up? What up, Jeff? What up, my brother? Vi? Is it? I think there's a fifth person, and I can't see.
You got Muse, you got Jeff, and Lil Mac.
Oh, what up, Lil Mac? Now I said what up to Uncle. I know Uncle was in it. Now I was just listening the whole time. Well, in case
what's up, y'all?
But Demetrius is crazy. Demetrius is crazy. This is the same dude. Ain't he the same dude that would try to walk in the room on Toxic Diamond?
Yeah.
Or Predator Way. Oh man.
It's sad, bro. So he comes out and say that he groomed R.Kelly. When he say that right there, that term alone, if I'm a career criminal and I come out and say I groomed another person, so what that mean I did? I done groomed another criminal, right?
Right.
Right.
Then you gotta realize
that mean this person have ways that are similar to mine.
He probably got a weird, awkward obsession with cows.
Well, we know that.
Yeah, he probably wanted cows to be something more than what it is.
Yeah, when it comes to Demetrius Smith, like you can see that when surviving R. Kelly era, they didn't, you know what I'm saying, do no research on none of these people. They just got anybody and everybody that they want to come out and speak bad on this man's name. Like if they were truly out for the truth and truly, we all know they went out for the truth, but they just out for a smear campaign. Why would you have somebody on your show like Demetrius Smith, who y'all saying R. Kelly was doing all this stuff, but this locking people in rooms, starving them, feeding them. But the man that y'all had on speaking against R. Kelly, he was doing this, allegedly doing the same thing that y'all accusing this man of. Then you got people on there like Angelo Clary, Charlemagne the God on them that got sexual assault, sexual battery in their background. Like that show they didn't do that wasn't nothing but a fucking smear campaign to make this man look like bad. And that just go to show that surviving R. Kelly was a bunch of BS. You got criminals on that like Lisa Van Allen who opened in a meeting and she slept with a 14-year-old and the reason she slept with the 14-year-old because she thought she was 16. You don't that's crazy. They fly past how Jerome. Then they look at the fact they flow past how Jerome Pace came on them talking about her uncle sexually assaulted her when she was 5 years old. But y'all got so much smoke for Kels, but Tarana Burks and none of those people, Kim Fox and ain't open no investigation on her father. I mean not father, uncle who probably live in the area of Chicago and he can pursue charges on her. But y'all got so much animosity smoke for R. Kelly because he's a big fish.
But yo, Lil Mac, not one time they even asked her about the situation pertaining to her uncle. Everything was just straight towards Kels.
Right.
Man, there was a lie right there when she said she had to go. Now, she said she had to go up the street to her uncle's house to get her shoe. We talk about motherfucking millionaires. What's up the street from a millionaire house that's walking distance? Nigga, millionaires got miles in between their houses.
And you ain't finna be walking around no gated community, going up no street, nobody, because as soon as the neighbors see a person that they know walking, they gonna call the damn police. They ain't people in that gated community area like that. Like Master P, you know what I'm saying? He was living in one of those gated communities in Baton Rouge, and they was trying to get him to get all them the hell up out of there because they you know Louisiana that's like one of the racist states in the United States. And you think they're gonna let a black girl just walk around that neighborhood like that? They probably ain't want even on R. Kelly in that type of neighborhood, like well with a whole lot of money or something like that, because you know he probably was having parties and all that stuff. That didn't even make sense within itself. And then when Deborah Cannon was crossing Geronda Pace, she couldn't even get the man the right address or to where she stayed. Talking about she only went to the man's house 1 or 2 times. So they know she was lying.
Hey, bro, check it out. Right now, I'm like 5 minutes away from that, from that house in Olympia Fields. Ain't nowhere in hell anything going on over there unless they want it to go on. Trust and believe that. You know what I'm saying? It's like you said, a gated community. You know what I'm saying? And it's called that section of Olympia Fields is called Main Gate. And it's nothing but mini mansions up to upscale mansions over there. It's highly protected.
All right, so we gonna see what else old Johnny got to talk about. Now he didn't beat a deaf woman who couldn't cry out and did jail time for that.
Tell me about an incident with a young woman named Anna, and she is deaf.
That's not her name. I forgot her name.
But she's deaf, and he put his hands on her.
And so she couldn't even cry out, so he had to do some time for that.
So he did time for that.
I think 30 days.
Okay, because he still speaks to her, and that's sad. But he does like to keep in contact with a lot of women that he can victimize and stuff like that. Well, from what I heard, the girl was hogtied.
No, that's not true.
Okay.
She was hogtied by Johnny.
She was hogtied by Demetrius. So the girl came to R. Kelly's studio to do music through Demetrius.
Exactly.
Demetrius hog-tied this little girl?
No, let's not get to the hog tie yet, because that didn't happen.
Okay.
In Robert's face.
Okay.
What happened was he took Shannon to the studio. He was like, Rob, he was trying to get on again. Rob, I got this girl. No, she looked like Pink.
Okay.
She can sing.
Okay.
I got this little girl and she can sing and blah, 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 blah. So he took her to Rob. And so Rob said, okay.
Now that's the first red flag right there. He come to R.Kelly with a little girl talking about she can sing. First of all, nigga, how the hell did you get this little girl to even get to R.Kelly's studio to introduce her to R.Kelly?
And you know that big bro. Another thing is too is like people don't know Demetrius Smith is 10 to 15 years R. Kelly senior. What the hell you? So back then R. Kelly probably was like in his early 20s. Demetrius probably like in his late 30s. What the hell you doing around messing around with an underage with an underage girl like that? You supposed to be he really ain't supposed to be around kids like that. You know what I'm saying?
Facts. I'm with you on that, little Mac.
Yeah, you friend him. R. Kelly fresh out of high school. What the hell? You back down there in your 40s. What you doing hanging out with him?
Yo, I'm telling you, little Mac. Demetrius, I'm telling you, he was the one that was going around doing all the BS, going up to the high schools, going up to the McDonald's, disguising, pretending, talking about he R. Kelly. I'm telling you, I know what type of motherfucker he is.
That's probably what it is.
He got the bald head just like Kel, so you know motherfuckers believe in him.
Right. And then they keep talking about Kenwood and all this, man. If that man was at that high school, you mean to tell me that all these people keep talking about he was messing with these underage girls going back to the high school, and we seen in all these indictments now one accuser from Kenwood came out and said anything, and I'm pretty sure that you mean to tell me that not one single parent tried to have this man arrested back in the day, no cousin, you know what I'm saying, tried to put hands on him or nothing like that. Come on now.
Is my hearing static or is that my phone? Just seems like it's hearing a little static. Am I the only one hearing that?
I heard a little bit. I don't. Is it my? It
Yeah,
might be.
I know exactly
Is it
what you're talking
clear?
about.
Shout out to JoJo, man, for the $20 donation, man. Super chat. Big shout out to JoJo. Yeah, man. This shit just more and more you listen to this shit, the worse and worse it get. What are you doing showing up to a studio with a little 16-year-old girl, Demetrius, and you 40-some years old?
Right. And then it could be Tiffany would possibly mad. What I heard was she was mad that and Javante was mad that they were jealous of the lead and the lead was getting all the attention because
Say something, Jeff.
Can you hear me?
Are you?
Yeah.
Seemed like we went out a little bit or something. Everybody there?
yeah, I think everybody was on mute. They're trying to figure out what that static was.
Yeah, I had muted up when I first heard it, like to make sure it wasn't me.
Yeah, facts. Same here.
You know what it sounds like to me, like you know how somebody got their headphones in, and sometimes the speaker may brush up against your shirt or whatever. You know what I'm saying? That's what it sounds like to me.
Right. That could have been it. But everybody know what I'm saying? Good now.
Yeah, man, trying to enjoy this weekend. We got an extra day off. You know what I'm saying? That could be seen as a good or a bad thing as far as, if you wanted to go to work. But man, we got beautiful weather here in Chicago. Um, it's not too hot and not too cold, nice and sunny. Man, I'm enjoying my holiday weekend, man. How about yourself?
Yeah, man, it's going good, man. I'm just in the wait, man, to this vacation call, man. So I can get down to Florida, man. I'm ready for it. I need one, man.
Where you
What part
going
of
at?
Florida?
Where you going at in Florida?
Orlando.
Orlando? Oh, I had went to Miami.
Yeah, I wouldn't mind going to Miami. They're gonna be my net. They're gonna be probably. I'll probably do that next year. I'm gonna set up for Orlando right now.
Oh yeah. Hey man, I was just out that way a couple years ago. Orlando um is definitely got a lot going on. Miami too. I've been to Miami once before, but I ain't really get a chance to do everything I wanted to do. But because it was on some business, but I've been to man, I love Florida, period, man. And the weather's beautiful.
Fact. Same here. My
Yeah,
lady was saying
it's
if I get the
yeah,
chance,
it's straight beautiful down in the Key West, down that way.
my lady was saying if I get the chance to, what you said, babe?
Panama City.
Panama City. She said it's fire out there.
Oh
Hey,
yeah. It's nice down there too.
I, I,
It's like it's on the Gulf of Mexico, so it's like the sand is white and the water is clear. The water was so clear, I was getting scared of my shadow.
oh
nah, nah, but I ain't gonna lie. I love Orlando though. I love Orlando.
yeah, that most definitely.
They got like 1,000,001 amusement parks, like water parks and all that.
It's good for every age.
Hmm
Hmm. Yeah, like
Right.
you can enjoy
JT,
yourself.
JT, you from the south side, the west side, the east side of Chicago?
I'm from the south side and the east. I'm from the south side, the southeast side.
Oh, I
In-
bet.
so I'm
That's where
now
like that's where like that's where
multiple
like Lil
different.
Herb and them from.
Yeah. They
Then they from
from
by like Kingston, Yates, Colfax,
yeah.
Essex.
See, they're a little bit farther east. You know what I'm saying? But that's all in the same vein. Like they
Oh, all
right.
right.
Like I got people right around there. You know what I'm saying? I'm more like Stony Island. You know what I'm saying? But it's all
Mm.
state. It's all east side crazy, state to the lake. So
From the
yeah,
Wild Hunters.
yeah, I grew up in the hundreds too. So
Oh, it
yeah,
the Hunters. That's what Zach TV from, I
yeah,
believe.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. My man's who I do the podcast with, he from the hundreds, Kingpin. He from Rose.
Kingpin. Shout out to
Mm.
Kingpin, man.
Hi.
That's a fact. That's
Say
a
big
fact.
shout
That's
out
a
to
fact.
Kingpin, man.
Oh yeah, that's my bro, man. I've been knowing bro for about a good 20, almost 20 years now. But yeah, we started out, you know, on those selling CDs. Like he was a monster with that. Like he was selling CDs. He probably moved almost 1,000,000 units independently. You know, I
Yep.
seen them, you know, in the streets. Like I'd be like doing my move. Like I probably was selling 5 to 10,000, but he was moving hundreds of thousands. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So
Mm-hmm.
See. During that era, like on the CDs, I was a kid. But when I'm listening back to stories, I heard a lot of people became 100,000 and millionaires off of that era.
Shit,
oh
huge.
Yeah,
yeah,
yeah, Birdman, you know what I'm saying, worth millions before he got his deal with Universal. He was selling like 100,000 just off in New Orleans. See, that's when the rap culture is like, I just hate like the other like regions like ain't close. Like you got like New York rappers and the East Coast and the Midwest. Like if you know what I'm saying, market yourself right, you can sell units you don't need a record label. See, like I'm from down south. And every we seen that like rappers down here seen that like it wasn't no unity amongst down south. Everybody looked their nose down upon rappers like down south, but they all know what I'm saying come together, accumulate, and look out for each other. You can be from Texas, but you ain't even got to sail up north or on the west. You can go on platinum just down south by Texas riding with you, Mississippi, Alabama, you
Fact,
know what I'm saying, Florida,
fact,
Georgia. And that's how the South, you know what I'm saying, took over the rap game because they stuck together. And I
facts.
think
I agree with you.
more people should be like that. Like, cause like
Fact.
Tony Yayo did an interview and he said that a lot of East Coast he was seeing features for a lot of East Coast rappers, and he said they wouldn't, know what I'm saying, respond to him. But he said as soon as like he hit Yo Gotti up and Boosie and Waka Flocka and them up, they'll send the feature back like the ASAP. Yeah, cause the South, we like down here, we don't get that much recognition in the rap game. So what we
Oh,
did, the best thing that we did was to stick together. And then if you
I'm
see now how everybody,
I'm
you know
not
what I'm
gonna
saying,
lie.
blowed up and now they checking the South Sound though. But
I'm
I hate it's
I'm not
like
gonna
that
lie.
now though because oh go ahead, my bad, bro.
Now I'm saying I'm not gonna lie, Lil Mac. I'm a New York person, but I always love the country music, like the South music. And I'm not gonna lie, y'all got it. Can't take nothing from y'all. Y'all got it. Like that's just always been me since the young. I just more of my favorite rappers are Southern artists. Even still like today, as far as like current artists, are my favorite artists right now is Kodak, Future, and Young Thug. And you know what I'm
Like,
saying? I
dang.
always yeah,
Hey,
yo.
hey, I got not to interject, but I got to agree with you. You a New York East Coast guy. I'm a Midwest Chicago guy, and I gotta agree that like most of my favorite artists are from the South. You know what I'm saying?
Facts. The only two everybody know me. The only two like New York artists you gonna see me. I not even three. I bump heavy. Like I just love them. It's 50, DMX, and Jay-Z. Aside from that, I'm not like you go through my phone. I don't really. Though I'm a New York to the core. Like I love New York. Oh, I can't forget. I forget. And then Dipset. Like other than that, you're not
Yeah,
gonna get me to really like. I fancy more Southern music because me, I'm a person. I love beats. And to me, like Southern artists, they use a lot of 808s. You get what I'm saying? Like even
Mm.
me right now, I love the Detroit sound. Like I love the Detroit sound. Like even like when I was younger, I loved 3 6 Mafia. Like I just love like yeah, I just always feel like New York is like the music like to me if you like the lyricism, obviously you're gonna love New York, but to me I just love catchy music. Like I just love that feeling. Like you know what I'm saying. Like
Yeah,
right,
like
yeah,
my favorite MCs that like you said are from New York, like East Coast, like you said, Jay-Z,
see,
Nas,
see,
Biggie.
see, but when I listen to you, Jeff, listen to you, you a spitter. That's why you gonna like New York artists.
Yeah, yeah, but
right.
just like
Yeah,
riding down the street though, I'm about to throw in some Jeezy, some Gucci. You
Uh,
know what I'm saying?
yo, yo, Thug Motivation 101. Come, yo, that was yo. You couldn't tell me nothing. 6th grade, 7th grade, man. You'd have thought I was a kingpin as a kid. The way I listened, yo, man,
yeah.
I
I think that,
love
yeah,
Jeezy.
down south, like down here, our area, we don't know what I'm saying. Yeah, like Dean
I
just said, we
love
get known
Gucci
for the
too.
beats and for the hype, but it's a lot of lyrics down here. Like G's, I think he a dope lyricist. I think T.I. a dope lyricist. I think Scarface a dope lyricist. Know what I'm saying? People like he one of the best to me because I knew Scarface was one of the best because he can go anywhere and fit in. He can do songs for Pop, Jay Z, and everybody.
But
And
you,
Man,
to
you
My
me,
know
top, Face of
you
my
know
top three.
oh, go ahead.
He my favorite rapper of all time. Like he up there with Nas and Pac to me.
who
Right, I agree.
Scarface.
Scarface.
Yeah,
you know who somebody I love. Like who else is somebody else I love? I love 3 Stacks, Andre 3000. Like
Oh yeah, he a dope lyricist too. I forgot about him and Big Boy.
that. I feel like
The
people
Dungeon
don't
family,
get.
yeah.
I feel like people don't give him his like people overlook him. And this is I'm gonna tell you when I was younger, I was more a Ti fan when I was younger. But now as I got older, I might gotta say Ludacris is the better rapper. When it comes to lyricism, like spitting, Ludacris spit and
man,
Ti
Luda beats.
Yeah, Luda
facts.
can spit, but y'all don't know though. Luda originally from Chicago.
Yeah, he
He
is.
moved to
Facts.
Atlanta. Yeah,
Facts. I heard that that's like even like Soldier Boy too. Soldier Boy originally from Chicago.
right.
Mm-hmm.
And
Even Young Dolph.
Facts. Facts. 'Cause I remember Black Youngster was saying that too. He said Young Dolph was definitely originally from Chicago.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, man, like I just love like even when the drill era popped off, I remember that's why like me, I fake studied the Chicago, like, you know what I'm saying? Like I remember I was even on Google Maps looking up y'all blocks just to see how everything like, you get what I'm saying? Like, you feel me? I love Chief Keef. Like, I love Chief Keef.
Yeah,
Man,
keep with it, man. My senior year of high school and my junior year of high school, we down. That's our music, man. If you good, no matter what area what region or the world you in, people gonna rock to your music. Like Chief Keef got
Facts.
played heavy rotation down south. Boy, them boys go wild down
He
here on
had the
Chief
first,
Keef.
he had the catchphrase that
King
don't
Von,
bite.
Little Dirt get a lot of love down south too. I think the Midwest, to me, I got people from Toledo, Ohio, and I think that everybody, know what I'm saying, really migrated from down here up there. I think, to me, I like a lot of Midwest rappers. I like Do or Die, I like Twist and all them. But I think they sound more similar to the South. I guess technically everybody roots from down South, so when they migrated up that way, they just took their roots with them. Because I feel like a lot of Midwest people, they act like the people from down South. That's just my opinion.
oh yeah,
Right,
definitely,
right,
man.
right now, to me, who got the heaviest presence in the rap game? I say Louisiana, Florida, Chicago, obviously Atlanta, and you got in Tennessee. Like, you can't take that. Like, even like Tennessee, which is Memphis right now. Like New York, I'm not gonna lie, we
Memphis is about the right
we
now.
in
Memphis is taking a tour.
now that's what I'm
Yeah,
saying.
Atlanta and Memphis taking over the rap game right now.
But
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 my
but people,
thing is
when you
though,
look, hold on, little Mac, when you look at it, like I was telling my lady, Atlanta been on fire though, been
yeah,
since like the '90s.
So
I was
if
like,
you
it's
if you really just looked at Atlanta though and say, let's just put these people back into their respective areas where they come from, then how many artists are really truly Atlanta natives?
true.
A lot of the
right,
artists move to Atlanta because there's a
That
pipeline to get on.
facts.
But
Now you right about that.
yeah, cause like Ti, not Ti from Atlanta, but Gucci man, he's from Alabama, and
Facts. Easy from
Jeezy from
South
South
Carolina.
Carolina, Scooter he from South Carolina, and lot of Zaytoven, he from Oakland, California. A lot of the people from it's like a melting
Facts.
pot in Atlanta. That's a lot of people. Waka Flocka from New York. Yeah, about him. They from New York. He just moved to
Facts.
Riverdale as a kid. You know what I'm saying? Wooda Kid, OJ, all the Brick Squad guys, they Boston from the East Coast. To me, I think a lot of rappers in the East. This is my personal opinion about the New York rappers. I feel like it's a lot of dope rappers, man, in New York. They don't get a lot of shine that they deserve because of everybody be hyping Jay Z up. To me, like Jada Kiss, he a dope lyricist, he a dope rapper, man. Don't get a lot of shine. You know what I'm saying? Him, DMX, he was cold. Man, all the Wu Tang, they was lyrical, bro. Like, and everybody like it's I like to me it's like I think it's more rappers in New York that can rap, but everybody want to give Jay Z the credit. I'm like, why y'all sleeping on Nas? You got Nas, Big Pun, Fat Joe, Big L. Like y'all just like Biggie, like y'all like people like be stuck on hold. Like he good, don't get me wrong, but I feel like it's Cameron, Dipset, Jim Jones. These guys can rap, really rap. Like
Hey,
I don't feel like
you know
people.
who I think the most underrated rapper is from one of, I'm not gonna say the most, but one of the most underrated rappers that's in my top 10 hands down that a lot of people don't even talk about. He's still dropping music today. Is AZ, not Jay Z, but AZ. Dude,
I know.
man, he been
I,
Yeah,
I know exactly what
dude,
you're talking about.
yeah, man, dude been cold to me for a long time. He never got his just due to me. Like,
and Lloyd Banks was nice. Well,
yeah,
definitely.
Speak,
Lord
speak,
Banks
speak,
Cole too.
speak,
Yeah.
speak, speaking of Banks, my favorite out of G Unit, aside from 50, hands down is Buck. Love Buck.
oh
Yeah,
yeah, yeah,
young Buck,
yeah,
yeah, he dope.
yeah. Young Buck was dope as
Young
hell.
Buck had a message
Buck was
though,
dope,
because
but shit, they couldn't say. Only one outside of 50 they could sell was goddamn Lloyd Banks.
Vi, you can't say that because Buck went
Banks,
platinum.
I think
Man,
Buck went
man,
platinum.
man, right now, I'll take the Rotten Apple, and I'm from the South, against any Buck album, man.
Over, hold
I'm not
on. What Buck over Cashville?
over any Buck album.
Oh,
Over any
I
Buck
ain't gonna lie,
album, man.
man.
losing me.
And I'm from the South, but see, I understand what Buck do. If you really just sat back and listen to Buck, Buck say a lot of the same shit in every song. He just rephrase it. And I was listening to Buck when he was with Cash Money Buck, the
Facts,
old Buck back in the
facts,
day.
facts.
So when I
That's
say when I'm talking about a body of work, the Rotten Apple, that was a nice ass album to me.
and I agree with you, Vi, and I feel like Rotten Apple, people sleep on that album a lot. I agree with you. Cause Rotten Apple, that was his second album. You know, everybody show I forgot what's his first album name. Everybody show his first album more love.
I know another rapper that don't get a lot of love. I think he called Benny Siegel.
I
Oh,
think Beanie
definitely.
got respect. Beanie got
Yeah,
respect.
I feel
He
like he
get
should be at least top 15 though, man. That dude cold. Jay
Here's
Z
the
kept that
thing
man down.
is the industry have favorites, man. And that's just like with DMX when him and Jay fell out. You know, Jay was the face. You know, they wanted to make Jay the face. So the same shit with Beanie. Like
I say this, Vi. Everybody always said it. Jay was jealous of X. Cause if you look at it, nobody can take it from X. X was the bigger artist over Hove. Hove made sure he put himself in position to where I think about once Hove became president of Def Jam, it was like he was untouchable from there on. You get what I'm saying? Like if you really look at it, DMX, what you call it, outsold Hove every single time. When you line up their first bodies of albums, DMX hands down outsold Hove.
man, DMX put out 2 diamond albums in the same year,
Fact.
man.
Yeah, we
Even
sure
even
did.
he got, 'cause even Irv, remember Irv had Ja Rule. He was produced for Ja Rule, X, and Jay-Z, and he always used to say it like, what a case maybe Jay-Z was really he was OD jealous of X. A lot of people said it.
And another thing too, Jay Z really owe R. Kelly, you know what I'm saying, a lot. I think it was if it wasn't
Of
for
course,
Chaos, he
of
wouldn't have
course.
bagged Beyonce. To me, because wasn't really about a fooling with Jay Z, but a street cat. You know what I'm saying? So to me, Chaos crossed Jay Z over though to women started finding him appealing because when he first came out, when nobody really bumping him, but like that was Screed dude. Then you got female that was bumping him and all that now too. So really, he owed a lot to Chaos though. But the reason they had that falling out was because Jay Z is a attention seeker, man. He was mad because Chaos was doing that best of both worlds to get a lot of shine. He didn't like that. So he tried to flip it off and make it seem like it was Chaos' fault, but actually it wasn't Chaos' fault. They kept Eric Kell said in his book, every time he would go on stage, I know I read the Solar Coaster book, Jay-Z and his crew, you know what I'm saying, they were flipping with the light, they were messing with the light, they were trying to sabotage his show, his part of the show. But then every time Jay-Z would come on, he wasn't having that problem. Everything was right. But yeah, Jay-Z is a dirty individual, though. He might come out like he ain't like that. He dude dirty, man.
Nah,
He messed over a lot of people. Siegel, Benny Siegel, Dame, a lot of people. He crossed over. He didn't even want Bun B and what the other guy Slim Thug at the Beyonce what's the name music video. He was trying to sabotage that. Hey, dude, I ain't know Drew was a hater like that though. I used to like Hov back in the day though. I ain't gonna lie. I still listen to that Reasonable Doubt. That Reasonable Doubt album. It's cold. I like that though. That's one of my favorites from.
See, my favorite old Hope album, the Black Album.
Yeah, that's tight. That Blueprint, it's straight too. If I had to pick one, Reason Without be the best one out of all of his work to me.
A lot of people love Reasonable Doubt because he's spent a lot of game and dropping a lot of gems in that album.
Yeah, then he was around Biggie. Biggie made him, know what I'm saying, step his game up though. But I seen somewhere though, people didn't know that Biggie. I just seen it. I ain't know this. Biggie was finna lead Bad Boy, and Pop was finna lead Death Row before they passed. That's crazy though, ain't it?
That's why.
What's up, Scott? We gonna have to finish this Demetrius damn thing too before we get, because we gotta go on with this rap, and I want to go and finish this before I have to get off here in a minute. But yeah, no. Let me see. I'll get back to it. I'm finna play, so y'all can mute y'all mics. I'm finna finish playing this clip. We got about 4 more minutes of it. I'm gonna finish playing it, and I'm gonna let it play through, and then we can discuss it and then go from there.
Okay. She was hog-tied by Demetrius. So the girl came to R.Kelly studio to do music through Demetrius.
Exactly.
Demetrius hog-tied this little girl?
No, let's not get to the hog-tie yet, because that didn't happen.
Okay.
In Robert's case.
Okay.
What happened was he took...
Now the sister say Demetrius was the one did the hog tying, but he didn't do the hog tying in Robert's face. But he did do the hog tying the girl, so we're gonna listen to see what she gonna say took place.
So she looked like Pink.
Okay.
And she could sing.
Okay.
I got this little girl and she could sing and blah, 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 blah. So he took her around. And so Rob said, okay, she got to stay here. She took her cat, and a couple clothes. And she stayed in the studio. So I guess she didn't like being, she was a little girl. She was a young girl.
Right.
And so nothing transpired between Shannon and Rob.
There was never, so how did the hog tying happen?
He brought Shannon to town eventually. When he got to California,
Demetrius is he brought Shannon to California.
Some years later.
Years later?
Yes.
And how old was she at this point?
I mean, like 18.
Okay.
So he hired some hotel in Hollywood, and he tied her to the chair with socks and put a sock in her mouth. And I was supposed to pick her up to hang out with me and my girlfriend. So we got into the room. I believe that the maid let us in. Because I got, slip her mouth, and I got in. And when I saw, I was like, what the fuck?
Right.
And I untied her, and I took Shannon to the airport, and I said, don't ever turn your face to come back. I paid for it. Bro, what the hell?
So it wasn't like a government ID, it was like a work ID?
It's government ID and a work ID.
And you're saying that it wasn't, I mean, if it...
What the fuck is a government ID and a work ID? Ain't no such fucking thing. There's no fucking such thing. Skyline, there's no such thing as a government ID and a work ID. This dude's so fucking stupid.
If it had her name with a different age, that would make it a fake ID, right?
It's a fake ID, but it was a real ID. It was a government. It was, I'm not gonna.
How could it be a fake ID but a real ID? You fucking moron.
I took them down to a government official place, and somebody there took some money, and somebody there took some money, and somebody there took some money. And they took an ID for her. And it was, and it's like you go into the county, it's like you go get a driver's license, and I know somebody in there, and I'll take you in there, and they'll give you a driver's license. You ain't got to take no test. You just give them some money. And that's what happened with that. And
So the only thing that you're saying that your role was just you were just there when she got the fake ID.
I took them to a place where she got an ID that got her a marriage license.
Okay, but you
now he said he took them. Now he putting Aaliyah and R.Kelly with him while he doing all this shit.
didn't forge the marriage license document. No. That was all Aaliyah and him.
Yes, their signatures. Yes, their signatures.
Okay. He said it was their signatures. Why the fuck we haven't seen no signature on the goddamn marriage license? He said it was their signatures. Why haven't we seen those signatures on the marriage license? Now this is his mouth. He said they both signed. So if they both signed, why is all of the writing on this marriage license consistent of the same handwriting?
So the only thing that you're saying that your role was just you were just there when she got the fake ID.
I took them to a place where she got an ID that got her a marriage license.
Okay, but you didn't forge the marriage license document.
No.
That was all Aaliyah and him.
Yes, their signatures. Yes, their signatures.
I left him in '95. I'm not with him.
I reached out to Robert to talk to him but I understand Robert. He's not going to trust me. He doesn't trust me because I'm the one that started this. And he doesn't trust me for that.
It says, the note says, child rapist, the real pedophile, a thief, the woman beater, the credit card fraud, flat out lied on Aaliyah, forged her signature, and made her go through hell.
Well, to let all my fans know that they have a right, they support me. Right. So I'm here to let them know I'm not married. That was a rough time for me, to be honest, to be real, for me to get through a very tumultuous period, but, I got through it, and, my mom is here with me today, and I got through it. The support of my family, the Lord in my life, number one, and a lot of support from my family. Question for people who want to know I am not married. Not at all.
Everybody. Unfortunately, it's business. People are going to talk, and when it comes to talk, people are going to say. So I'm here to let all of you know that I am not married. I'm R.Kelly. I'm Aaliyah. So right here.
Yeah, I'm married. No, I'm not married. Robert's doing his thing. I'm doing nothing. He's a great producer, great artist who I do admire, and there's nothing at all.
So you know about all the rumors about you being married and stuff like that. Was there any truth to that?
Man, you are so late.
You know what it is? I just had to ask it though.
Nah, because the fans, they know. You know what I mean? Like my fans that love you, thank you for supporting me. They know. You need to get an old vibe or something and
right.
answer because that's all.
I'm the one that started this.
All right. Well, you hear Demetrius say, I'm the one who started this. He claimed that Robert and Aaliyah was the ones who signed the certificate, but there's no signatures on the certificate from Robert or Aaliyah. All the handwriting on the certificate is the exact same. So, this shit is crazy. This man has so much bullshit with him. He goes down and have sex with Tiffany Hawkins, get her pregnant, and tell Tiffany Hawkins to go down and see Susan Logan. and sue R. Kelly. R. Kelly countersued her back and contest the paternity of this kid that she was supposed to be carrying. Where the kid was 3 years old at the time of them R. Kelly suing her. She never shows up to court. So,
right, and then another thing too, why she stopped alleging that the baby was in after this? After this, she never said anything about the baby being his now. After that, after you tried
never.
to
She
counter
shut
to
the
her.
fuck up and got out of Dodge. Once he contested that paternity, she got out of Dodge. See, she came around before they put it. See, they used the Tiffany Hawkins situation they learned from the Tiffany Hawkins situation. And they used that as a blueprint to figure out what they need to do moving forward. We can't let him find out about these lawsuits, or else he gonna contest them. So how about, all right, we send the lawsuit directly to the manager. The manager send it directly back to Susan Logan. Therefore, R. Kelly never know. Because I'm sure if he would have got that lawsuit against Lanita Carter, he was gonna show up. Geronda, he gonna show up. Man, we sit back and listen at the shit that we done heard over the last 5 years. Geronda even on stage testified to giving Bubba $5,000 out of a settlement that she sued his boss for. Now make that make sense. I'ma sue you, sued my boss man, but you gave me $5,000. That sounds like a setup to me.
And right, and then another thing too is you gotta ask if Bubba was truly Carol's friend, why the hell would you take money that this girl lied on Rob to get him? It was a setup. Because if he wouldn't even took the money, he would have told Rob what was going on. No, so, but he didn't. He took the 5K. Know what I'm saying? Like, make that shit make sense. If you this man friend, and you sitting there letting this lady come in this man house while he gone, taking pictures and shit, doing all this, that ain't even your house, man, to be doing all that though, bro. You ain't have no respect for your friend. Man, Carol's around a bunch of shifty individuals, man. The only thing they see is like the good times. Then like right now, when this man down on his back, you had nobody down there testifying for him but Julian, and then other dude that Chaos, you know what I'm saying, was trying to look out for him to get his career out, jump out. Then nobody else, all these people got on these platforms was talking and all this stuff about him, but nobody volunteered to go down there and testify on this man's behalf. These so-called friends and stuff like Don Russell and all these people, man, these people, only thing they seen was Chaos, man, with dollar signs, man. These people were votes. They just only time somebody wanted to be this man's friend when they know they were going to benefit off of it. He had a lot of people around him that didn't mean him no good, even with these females. For somebody to like he took care of like Azrael to do him like that. That's low down. He started a home and he know they try to set him up. He forgave her, got her out of a bad situation with her parents who were trying to solicit her and pimp her out. And what she do at the end, he turned on her, even if the relationship didn't end right. Out of respect of the and the love that he and all that he did for you, the least you could have did is went to the New York trial and told the truth about what happened and what went down. Like these people right here, man, it's sad though, man. I think about this shit. That shit piss you out how they did that, man. Yeah, man, everything gonna work out in this man's favor because of the with this New York appeal, man. I think he'll be home sooner than later, rather later. Because for me, this Rico racketeering, it was not a Rico. And if you listen to the prosecutor's argument, they weren't doing nothing but was feeding the jury bullshit that basically it was a rehash of surviving R. Kelly to me. Like looking at what the government presented, they didn't present a case of people who even brought anything forward because everybody that testified basically was speaking on this man's behalf. And then when the women got up there, all they did was make them say salacious this stuff like and all this about his sex life and all that. Basically, what they did was have that man up there on some shit about his sex life. They didn't discuss a Rico. Rico, a racketeer, is basically like people doing stuff that's illegal and they get a monetary gain off of it and they benefit off of it. And he didn't have no co-defendants. You mean to tell me all these people from Cheryl Mack to Demetrius Smith, y'all can get all these people immune to bring one person down? So that means the government could be possibly went out for, you know what I'm saying, for just they was out to bring this man down. I think somebody in the house was benefiting off this man going down because if it's true, if this stuff was truly true, and you got a Rico racketeering case, just when the feds went after John Gotti, they didn't just when in the mob, they just didn't get off of Rico. They just get one person. They got two or three, up to 4 or 5 people. And where have we noticed a one man is a whole Rico by itself? How can this man uh sex trap, so allegedly man acting sex trafficking, booking flights, doing all this stuff that y'all say he's doing, going to concert, meeting these people, and he ain't got no co-defendant. That's beyond ridiculous to me. Everybody got quiet.
Welcome, panel. I'm back.
What's
Heard
up,
the man.
brother? Uncle Muse?
Yeah, I'm at work, so I had to step away for a while. So I've been gone for a while. How you
That's
doing, little man?
understandable, man. Make your coins, my
Yeah,
brother.
yeah. I can't see who else on the panel. So whoever else on the panel, I know JT. I don't know if he's still there. He had to step away or leave, but
Oh, it's me,
I can't
you,
see.
JT, Vi, and the brother Dean, our brother Dean.
Okay, what up, nephew? Doug? How you doing, Dean?
What up, Unc? What up? What up? What up? What up? My bad. My
Yeah,
bad.
I'm
Would
at
you close
I'm
it
at
while
work.
I was
Yeah, I'm at
speaking because
work.
I was eating right now. I want y'all teasing me
Okay.
about me. Feel me?
Hey man, put it on mute and take care of your business. I do understand. I'm on the
All right, Unc.
plantation, so I'm back for a moment.
All right, say no more.
Look up in the chat, see what's going on. I think Big Vi, you know what I'm saying? He stepped off real quick. Yeah, Miss Lisa, it was set up because um Geronda Bubble met Geronda first, you know what I'm saying? She said that, you know what I'm saying, she met him through a on MySpace, then she went to his tattoo parlor. Then all of a sudden now she up in this man's house like everything that came from Geronda Pace is Bubba fault. That Kel shouldn't even be charged for that. That should have been a charge Bubba for. I don't think me personally that R.Kelly never slept with some of these females. I mean, like Geronda Pace, I don't think he because Devereaux Cannon, his closing argument, he made that very clear that R.Kelly never slept with Geronda Pace. And I think it could have been possible that Bubba was sending man up to get money out of him because it was a reason that they didn't want that man to come to court to testify because I think that would have exposed a lot of stuff. Hit the like button.
A lot of people want to know what I think about R.Kelly getting sentenced to 30 years, with the revelations about the parents coming to fruition. Well, I think it's crap. I think it's not fair. I think it's unethical. Let me explain. Starting with surviving R.Kelly. While I support several survivors in the series, I do not agree with how Boonham and Murray decided to air untruths on the series. I think we should interview the first editors that claim they quit over creative differences. This statement release is more than likely a far cry from the original editors that quit the show. Daisha Broadway, Stephanie Filo, Braden French, Michael Griffin, and Stephanie Lyra were the first editors to leave the show. The reason I am now questioning the series is because of certain revelations from the series and the unbalance concerning the text messages, police reports, personal interviews, and just flat-out lies told for no apparent reason. How much did Lifetime know? How much did Lifetime conceal? I have had a glimpse at the Lifetime contract given to the parents and survivors, and basically they cannot even speak out against the show or sue, while contracts like these are usually broken. It will be interesting to see who will challenge the series on how they sat them on camera with what we know now as liars. Some people will say, well, how do you know somebody lied? The amount of lies told in this show is negligent and also criminal. I do not understand the reason for lying on a show when there was not even a criminal investigation while filming the show. To bring awareness against caged victims, kidnapped victims, starved and depraved victims, why would there be a need to lie about the events that you are a part of? Furthermore, to flat out lie about why you were at the venue is insane. How to got into the venue, your employment at the time of the event, your birth date, your child's mental state, the lies about your child's mental state, the events of your child going to the Dolphin Hotel, how she got to the Dolphin Hotel, what you knew about her attending the Dolphin Hotel. What was the plan concerning the Dolphin Hotel? We, the public, would like to see the text messages between you and your daughter during this time. We would also like to see the text messages between you and your wife during this time, and also the group text messages that should have been admitted since they were mentioned in Exhibit GX 233 from the original transcripts. The inconsistencies in that one interview was enough to have these parents take the stand. Never in American history has parents been excluded from taking the stand in their very own child's trial alleging sexual abuse. We have all been threatened recently for searching for the truth in this situation since we was lied into supporting in what seems to be an habitual liar. When it comes to I'm conflicted. Yes, I do believe R. Kelly is guilty of crimes, but I'm not the judge, and I can state him in things I personally think he is guilty of, but it would not matter. This is his case, these are his crimes, the transcripts explain the events, and everyone in the case and trial story was exact, and they took the stand to corroborate the events. They are brave and they did nothing wrong. I have to weigh the pain I know they suffered at the hands of R. Kelly, and the brutal commentary done on them all around the world for 4 years. Should I let these, they are what they are, parents get away with hiding the facts from the public? Or should I talk about this and enlighten people on just how much I have discovered as a lie, or just plain out weird? While I have talked to several survivors and some are in agreement, some are not, we have went from the truth is the truth to he is guilty and just let things be. Very difficult situation, especially how my wife and kids and family has been attacked by the same person that paraded his family through my house, the same as he did Mr. Kelly. Me, these parents also had a great personal working relationship until I didn't agree with the lies told, the integrity towards people that supported him. One Color, One Voice did not sign up to have blind faith or hide lies. I think the story of these parents should be told the same as we felt compassion and sympathy for their child. You can tell they are guilty from the complete silence and the steady dose of threats we are receiving. This parent tells us he is coming to our town. He now says he is going to sue us for speaking on a very public situation. He tells us his family is going on a very large platform and we are going to get our truth. What truth? We are begging for the truth. We look like idiots for listening to you. You hid behind us. You knew that it was things out here that contradicted your story. My next video will be in parts to discuss those events. These words is not my opinion, but words that came from your mouth. In my book, your family is a family of liars.
He said he's not the manager, but he was introduced on the news and all the media outlets as his manager, but he is his, you said you're his advisor?
And consultant, exactly.
You're his current advisor and consultant. So when R. Kelly got locked up, there was you talking to the press, and there was Steve Greenberg, who was also talking to the.
How I became involved with his career was, I heard the song "I Admit," and at the time I was headed back out to California. I've got businesses out in California that I was going back to re-engage with, and I heard the song, and I'm like, that can't be for real. I mean, I heard rumors about, his money and his financial situations, but when somebody's
but get the contract first, like so thirsty for money. She even went on to say in this series of sick text messages how her daughter should seduce R. Kelly and then have his child and marry him second, saying that her daughter is coming to her saying, I'm catching feelings. I know it's not right. He's much older than me, but I'm starting to feel things for him. And the mother starts to say, well, that's great. In so many words, well, that's good. You can go ahead and marry him and have his kids and do all this stuff, but get the contract and marry him and have his kids and do all this stuff, but get the contract first. Like so.
This lady is that stole all of my information and shared it with a damn blogger. Bloggers become bloggers, and big time bloggers like Tasha K by sharing information.
That is true.
Especially celebrity information.
Right.
So this DOP officer knew damn well what she was doing when she gave it to Tasha. She knew what she was going to do with it. And if she didn't know, she still knew the capabilities, the possibilities of what she could do with it, it being R. Kelly's information. And she gave it to her regardless.
Well, of course, and she was a fan of Tasha's as well, and she watched the show, and she decided to do that for whatever reason. She decided to do that, but she was a fan of hers as well, and 20,000 people watching live heard that.
Have a whole lot of bitches jumping shit.
Push that shit out. Come on.
You know it's hard out here for a pimp when he trying to get this money for the rent, for the Cadillacs and gas money spent will cause a
It do happen. It's part of the game. You know what I mean? Because you got to establish a certain thing. You got to establish some fear in that female in order to get that respect. You must establish that. And she's going to try you to see if you qualified to get that respect from her. So it's going to bring some fear. And what I'm saying is, violent, you know what I mean, and it's something that don't have to.
Angelin and Timothy Savage say it's been nearly 2.5 years since they last saw their daughter Joycelyn in person. They say Joycelyn enjoyed singing growing up, and they believed R. Kelly could help their daughter with her professional career. Kelly was acquitted of child pornography charges in 2008.
So you felt comfortable because he had been acquitted of the charges?
Not only had he been acquitted of charges, but I felt comfortable because of at the time, I wish I didn't, but I separated the artist from the man.
The Savages say Joycelyn first met R. Kelly at one of his shows in 2015. Kelly claims Joycelyn's father brought her to the concert.
I didn't go looking for a Joycelyn Savage. I was doing my show. He brought her and asked a friend of mine to put her on the stage with R. Kelly.
Never have that ever happened. So you didn't bring her to the show?
No, I did not.
Have you met R. Kelly?
I've never met Mr. Kelly.
You have never met R. Kelly?
Never in my entire life met Mr. Kelly. I've only talked to him one time on the phone. And that one time, you know what he told me? He said, you're going to have to wait to see your daughter. Trust the process. How can you tell another father to trust the process, but you rampant and raging on TV that you want to see your kids, but you won't allow me to see my own daughter? How do you think that makes me feel as a father?
Joyce.
So okay, now what
Okay,
side?
I want to know
Hold on,
what's
Mr. Savage. Hold on. Hold on, Mr. Savage. Hold on, Mr. Savage. We don't let Westside finish. We don't let him finish. Go ahead and finish your comment, Westside.
Well, I thank you, Mr. I thank you, Mr. Storm.
Gotta let him finish.
Mr. Storm, I thank you for allowing me to come on your platform. You're a respectful host, brother. I just can't talk to them. They're just too out of control for me. I wish them well, though. I'm off the mic. Thank you.
You out of control because you got criminology degree. Sir, you out of control.
Listen,
because you don't know me from Adam.
John
you out of control. I've been living this for 10 years.
John Jalen, here is the deal. When you have a mother.
No, fuck that.
And see, that's when you have a mother.
No, fuck that. You criminal R. Kelly predator fan.
When you
Tim wasn't trying. Well, I wasn't trying to. But like I said, we had my younger daughter. So we're in Atlanta. We're from Memphis. So our family are in Tennessee. So we never leave our girls. We've had $3 together. I've even had predators put out when we first moved to Atlanta. I did how you did a search. You wouldn't did this if it wasn't a superstar. No, I've even had for my middle daughter. If I thought someone was too old for her and took advantage of her, we're attempted to press charges. It's not about he's been R. Kelly because he's just a man. Because he separate. I grew up on R. Kelly's music, but my girls did not. They were not fans of R. Kelly, but they knew who he wrote for. Like Whitney Houston. Even when the second time we visited him, he was actually working with Fantasia.
Oh, he wrote for everybody. I mean.
Everybody. So when people say, "Why did you let her write? Why did you let her be introduced to him and work with him?" Because this was a business transaction. This was not personal. This was not a personal thing. And long as one if I was with her or Tim was with her, it was about the music. Period. It was about the music. You know, it was not that she should be alone with him. I don't trust my daughters with any man. And my middle daughter is MVP track star in middle school and in high school. I don't let her go with. I don't just trust her with her coaches. You know, I background searches on them as well. But we're always at the track meets.
I feel
so I trust no man
with your kids, and you know the people are they're gonna say, "Well, damn, you know, just based on the history, the alleged history, why work with him at all?"
The history. Nobody talked about the history. If somebody talked about the history, Drill would have came out and said how he molested their daughter. She took the money of the settlement instead. It could have been stopped long time ago. Yeah. Rashonda. He finally got convicted in Chicago for Rashonda. They sent them over. They sent their family overseas. They never testified. Just like they talk about Michael Jackson, Bill Cosby. I had no personal knowledge of these people, so I never judged them until it happens to your family directly. You people about based off of what the media says.
Oh Lord, my middle daughter, she's a star, track star. She track starred. Instead of her saying a track star, she said my middle daughter, she track starred. Middle school. This woman, well, this family, man,
nephew.
Nobody talk about the history. Nobody talk about the history. Well, when you speak about the history. That's what I'm saying. Nobody speaks on the history. When I say the history, Well, my history that I'm talking about, nobody speaks on the history. This the history that I'm talking about. I don't know what bullshit she talking about, but why nobody speaks on the history? The real history that makes sense.
Right.
See, she want to talk about if my man. Come on, the only reason why y'all pressing y'all grown, y'all if y'all daughter was grown as hell when she met R. Kelly, why the fuck are y'all pressing her if it don't matter if he was a celebrity or not? If R. Kelly was an average Joe Blow off the street, y'all would not. Y'all daughter wouldn't even be thinking about y'all daughter. Y'all wouldn't be running around trying to get reality show because guess what? If it was an average Joe Blow, then y'all know a reality show wouldn't even be an option. But since it's R. Kelly, y'all want to run around with cameras following y'all. So you can't say that it's not an ulterior motive. It's exactly that. It's an ulterior motive. Y'all are trying to benefit off the relationship that y'all daughter have with the brother R. Kelly. Since he won't give y'all no money, y'all won't try to make y'all own money. Right now, it's a motherfucker somewhere who was a part of the Chicago Bulls in 91 to 93 that won a championship that didn't get in the goddamn game. But he can get paid if he tell the story, though. The goddamn, they'll even give the water boy an interview right now. So for them, the Savage family, if y'all daughter was dating anybody outside of R. Kelly that's not famous, y'all would not have all this pressure on y'all chest right now.
Hey nephew, I heard her say that some part about when they met or something like that. When they met, if it wasn't him, it was her or something like that. I'm like, whoa.
Yeah, she said, yeah, remember? Remember the daddy said he had never met R. Kelly, but the mama turned around and said if their daughter was ever around R. Kelly, if I wasn't there, the daddy was there. Or if the daddy wasn't there, I was there.
Yeah.
I heard that too. I heard that.
Wow.
It was a business transaction. How's your fucking daughter a business transaction?
Yeah.
Now listen to how that sound in this totality. Now, Renee, she did make that accusation. She made that accusation, but that story that she was referring to, it's a lot more complex than what she tried to make it to be, and she know that. I don't speak on that because that is a personal issue, but I learned about that, and that's something. If R. Kelly really wanted to be dirty or spiteful towards his ex-wife, he really could have her somewhere in a prison institution for the type of lies that she told on this man.
Yep.
You know, but he still, even though she tried to do whatever she did to try to bring him down, he still saw favor in her and wanted to protect her image.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's gonna be close to 3 hours, man. I'm finna get on up out of here, man, and go and shit, man. Probably lay across this old couch and turn on some westerns or something until the TV start watching me. And early, I don't know, and I just want to make this statement before I get off of here. I don't know what happened earlier in the chat because I wasn't paying attention. to the chat at the particular time, but anybody that's over here that know me, anytime that I see somebody being disrespectful for myself, it's no question or no question whatsoever that I don't block them people for being disrespectful. Anybody that come in here being disrespectful or disrespecting anybody initially, I try to block the comment and delete it before whoever they talking about even see it. So if something got past me and it went down and got past me and went down as we were talking and discussing what we were discussing and I missed it, don't charge it to me. You know what I'm saying? Because I try to catch everything. I try to keep everything clean. I try to keep it respectful, and I try to keep it presentable for the people to come over. I don't want nobody to come over on this platform and feel like they can't comment, or whatever the situation may be because they might be attacked, or whatever the situation may be because I try to make this platform friendly for everyone to be able to come over and have a conversation. But, you know, I can't control how somebody chooses to feel about me. I can't control what somebody may think about me. And the only thing I can say at the end of the day is I'm going to always be consistent in my stance each and every time I come on my platform. And I don't waver for it. I don't change. I don't waver. At the end of the day, I put up with a lot of shit. I deal with a lot of shit. I mean, I don't understand how much more you want from a person that gives you every opportunity that you can be given. You know what I'm saying? To be a part of what we got going on. You know, it's sad, man. It's sad, you know, that people, we all grown people. We all grown adults, man. And at the same time, we still have to deal with childish mindsets, childish behaviors. And at the end of the day, man, I'm not finna sit here and, you know, do shit that other people do or feel like I gotta justify anything. You know, it's just, I mean, if someone feels some type of way about some shit that has nothing to do with you, but they feel some type of way about you, that's just how they feel about you. There's no way around it. So if somebody feels some type of way about Big Vi, that's how they feel, because I haven't gave you a reason personally to feel no type of way about me. But you can only hide your true character, your true identity, your true motives for so long. Eventually, you will pop out. I always say, how many of us can deal with that person in the mirror? Yeah. How many of y'all can really face that person in the mirror that you see when you look in it? Free Mr. Kelly, lock the parents up. Anybody who had anything negative to do involving Mr. Kelly in his case. But Unc, I'm gonna tell you this, I'm finna get up off of here and shut this shit down. And when I shut it down, I'm shutting down my damn self, man, because it's just too much. It's just too much shit that goes on, man, when you really only have one purpose for coming on this platform, and that is to raise awareness for the injustice that has took place in the case surrounding Robert Kelly. Anything outside of that, man, YouTube don't take care of me. YouTube don't take care of my children. YouTube don't love me. YouTube don't love my children. YouTube don't pay my bills. None of this shit. I have a real life outside of this shit right here. But this is something I do because I found it in my heart that this is something that is helpful for not just me, but for people all over the world to understand what is going on in this case surrounding Robert Kelly.
Right.
Eventually, if the bullshit continue, I'm just gonna give this shit to these YouTube people and go on about my business, man, because I have a real life that I attend each and every day. And that's called being a man and being a father to my kids.
Yep, and it's not worth the stroke. It's not worth the nervous breakdown. And I said that about my job and other things I've been doing. That's why I pull back and I move how I move. Yep. Yep. I had to learn the hard way, nephew, about that. I had to learn the hard way many times about that.
So, with that being said, I hope everybody have a blessed Sunday. I hope everybody have a blessed holiday. And I hope everybody take into consideration when I say pruning is necessary. Pruning is necessary. Because if you don't, that bad energy, that bad love, that hatred, that shit will spread all over you.
Yeah.
And once it gets too far covered, there's nothing that you can do. There's nothing that you can do no more. So evaluate your life. Ask yourself, what do you need to clip off? What do you need to get rid of? This shit is not, it shouldn't be this way when you come online that, you know, people have personal feelings, personal problems about, I come on here to advocate. That's it. That's it. That's all. I'm able to avoid bullshit because I don't put my feelings into this shit. I advocate. That's it. But I'm starting to see when someone told me this word over a year ago, pruning, and I didn't take heed to it then. Then I heard Unc say it a couple weeks ago, and I said, man, I need to figure out what this means. And as soon as I went and looked it up, I saw an apple hanging from a tree, and that apple was rotten. But that rotten apple was laying on top of about 3 or 4 other possibly good apples, but those apples were starting to rot as well.
Wow.
Pruning is necessary. People don't just start having a problem against you today. They had that fucking problem yesterday. They had that problem the day before. They have always had that problem within themselves. But sometimes people have to muster themselves up to speak how they really feel about you because they understand that they gotta fucking respect you.
Facts.
And I ain't never did no disrespectful shit since I've been on these YouTube streets. I always been a man. I always stood like a man. I'm too fucking real for this shit. I'm too real for this shit. I keep it real with everybody. I ain't never played. I don't do that weak ass shit. If I can't address you like a man, I ain't got shit to say to you. Period.
Don't let them stress you out, my brother. Don't let them stress
Man, I ain't stressed out. Some shit just gotta be said.
Yep.
When I press in on this live, I'm going to lay on my motherfucking couch in my house.
Facts. That's the only thing that matters.
That's it. Yeah, that's it. Yeah.
But don't take this laughing for granted. I'm not finna get on this YouTube and do this threatening shit. Talk about what I'm gonna do. I don't do that. I don't do well in that playground. It's YouTube. I live in reality, a real life.
Mm-hmm.
I know who depend on me. And I'm gonna advocate for R. Kelly. I'm gonna advocate for myself and my brothers on this panel. I'm gonna advocate for my sons, my daughter, and anybody who's been unfairly and unjustly treated. But the bullshit, I don't want no parts of it. And if people feel like that's what they like to entertain, I would rather you go entertain that shit. But when you come to Big Viral Opinion platform, all I ask is that you leave that shit at the door. You can pick your bullshit up when you walk out.
Straight like that, tight like that.
Dean, salute, salute. I'm finna get off of here. Man, I might not be on here for until next week sometime, not this week coming up.
It's all good, nephew. It's all good. You well deserved.
I'm gonna let the YouTubers have this shit.
Right. Spend some time with your babies. Spend some time with your babies.
Facts.
Yep.
That's the only
Spend
thing
some
that
time
matters.
with your babies. Yep, that's it. Yep. I'm gonna slide on out of here. Dean Bella, you do the same, my brother. Keep
safe.
All right. Love you, man. Love you, nephew. You know
Love
where I'm
you,
at,
I
nephew.
love you too, Dean. Oh,
right.
definitely, man. We militant minded over here, so we don't have to engage in that. That nonsense, man.
Yeah. Now you see why that solidifies everything that I've been talking about. You see why I talk the way I do and I bring that awareness. Yeah.
I don't do it.
Yep. All right, y'all. One love.